Steel boots stomping, crashing the floor. Two wild yinzers kicking through the door. Loud like a jag-off at a Pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Two dumb yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. From the bug with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Rivers collide where the laughs always flow. Black and gold thunder everywhere they go. The madcap kings breaking every mold. With two dumb yinzers, the stories don't get old. Two dumb yinzers, loud and proud.
Hell yeah, brother.
Voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice.
Check baby 1 2 3 4. Check baby 1 2 3. Check baby 1 2. Check baby 1. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 805 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. I want to say welcome back, everybody, this morning. Welcome back. Great to see everybody on the board bright and early this morning. Heading into, guys, it is the day. Today is the day that we waited for. Sunday's the day we waited for all year. However, this day had to come first. In order for us to get to Sunday. And here we are, guys. The NFL kicks off tonight at 8:20 whenever the Cowboys and the Eagles go at it. A lot of things to go over today, gentlemen. We're going to be doing picks today, going over all of our Steelers scoop of the day, and then also continuing to get ready for this Sunday's matchup for the opener between the Steelers and the Jets. Guys, it's getting here. It's coming fast. Good morning, everybody. Finch, always great to see you, my man. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Exactly 10 years ago today, my wife was in labor with our first and only child, and she was born at 4:54 in the morning tonight, 10 years ago.
Wow.
So, very special day in our house, and we're looking forward to tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to a Steelers win this weekend to really cap it off. It'll make for a perfect weekend at the Finch house.
And you know what? I got to be honest with you, Finch. There's no better way to celebrate anything than with NFL football. I know your daughter wouldn't.
She likes the Steelers. She's a TJ Watt fan. She's got the number 90 jersey, and she likes to watch a game. So we're going to the grandparents' house. We're going to watch a game, and if they win, she'll be just as happy as we will be.
I love it, man. I'm glad. I wish her a big happy birthday from all of us.
Will do.
It was a big day yesterday, Finch. I wish you could have made it here on the show. We had a lot of big things that happened.
I watched most of it, and I was in the chat for a good part of the show. It was really a lot of fun.
We did. We got to reunite with an old friend of ours. We missed him last year, but of course, the Ghost of Myron Cope stopped by to talk about things and this upcoming season and all kind of other stuff. And it was a lot of fun. Also, Derpy sang happy birthday to Jen while Mike played the trouser trumpet. It was really something to see. It was a great episode. Wish he could have been
Hell
here.
yeah, brother.
I think Derpy is still muted, Mike. I
No, we're
think.
good. We're good.
No, he's not. I
good.
brought him back.
Derpy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, fellas. It feels like football weather, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Yes, it does.
I cracked out my hoodie last week, and here I am. I have it on again. Guys, it's that time of year. When it hits this time of year, we will hit the holiday season, and now we're in the burr months. We'll hit Halloween. We'll hit Thanksgiving. Before you know it, it'll be Christmas, and you know what? All those things will come to pass just before we get to the playoffs, guys. And this might be a big year for the Steelers. So it's that time of year. Michael, how you doing today?
Brother, I'm fired the fuck up.
Let's go.
There's NFL football on TV tonight. Real football, games that matter. I'm ready to fucking go. Hell yeah, brother.
I like I like how you guys all have little titles under your name tags now. I noticed when I came in. Finch is Yinzer Elite. Mike is Inside NFL Insider. And I don't know why you changed that, Mike. It used to be NFL Inside Her.
No one responded to the Inside Her.
Well, that's just one of them quiet jokes. You just have to let it go for a while. People might not have picked up on it.
Mike, that's a good one to replace it with, like once in a while. Slip it in, because the Insider
slip it
works
in
pretty well. Yeah, you will.
Derpy says the 2 times.
Hell yeah, brother.
The 2 times pick champion. Derpy says, Mike, he's gloating a little bit, of course. This guy, all he does, Keyshawn Johnson, all he did was catch touchdowns. All Derpy does is win picks competitions. Derpy, we do start today. I wish you all the luck in the world to try to defend and be the first three-peat here on the Two Dumb Yinzers. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back, guys. Let me see what's going on the board. Good morning to John. Good morning to Vegas. Good morning, Corey, to Feel the Steel, and Vic Viper. Looks like a
Feel the Steel. This is for you, buddy.
Boom.
Boom.
Yes.
That's right, baby.
Boom.
Welcome back to the show. Good morning, Jen, as well. Let's start with a couple of messages, guys. John says 2 days and a wake up, fellas. That's right. That's, guys, 3 days, an hour and 14 minutes is how it's going to break down. The Steelers are going to be kicking it off at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, just 3 hours, 3 days, 1 hour and 14 minutes from now. And hopefully we can get out there and get a big win. We're going to talk about that and what we think is going to happen this Sunday a little bit more in the show today as we go along. What's good, fellas, is what Vegas said. What's up, brother? Always great seeing Vegas. Always great seeing Vegas on the terrible board. Corey says, the whole crew in the house today. I'm trying really hard to get on Kabuli's shit list, guys. I said, why does Kabuli hate on everything? Seems like he's trying to be cool, edgy. You know what? It's because he has the charisma of toilet water. That's why. Terrible. But keep up.
Low riz.
You know what? Your hard work certainly isn't going unnoticed, Corey. You're building the game ball trophy. No two ways about it this year, sir. Keep up the hard work. Phil Steele says, "What's up, you Yinzers? Chokers 13, Eagles 28." Of course, tonight the Eagles and the Broncos do kick it off. So a lot of talk, a little bit of talk about that today. Not too much. Also, Corey says he's not entertaining to me as he's not entertaining me as a troll. Yeah, if you had bacon on your back, I'm sure he'd be all over that shit. Good morning.
Fair, Mike would too.
Well, yeah.
No,
Hell yeah, brother.
That needs to be a sound bit.
Boom to Feel the Steel.
Boom.
Dirt me boy, Viper says Derpy. Good morning to Jen. Good morning to Tortilla Jackson on the board. Always great seeing Tortilla on the terrible board. Great seeing you, sir. Good morning.
Terrible board.
What up, bros? X-Bless. Great seeing you. Welcome back to the board as well. Jen, everybody, welcome back, guys. This is episode 805 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. Welcome back. We do have a full house today, guys. I'm kind of excited about this. We did, as I mentioned, had a big day. We had a big day yesterday on Hump Day. We're going to carry it right over to today, guys, and head right into the opening weekend for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Guys, we're going to talk a little bit first about this game tonight. The Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. I got to be honest with you, the star power in this particular game, the way that Dallas went out and they just, they've got George Pickens and a bunch of other people, of course, losing Micah Parsons along the way. But Philadelphia with the team they have as well. And if you don't like either of these teams, I think this is a good game just to whet your palate to get started in the NFL. I'm not a fan of either of these teams. Matter of fact, I hate both of these teams. But at the end of the day, you're going to turn on your TV tonight and see a lot of talent on that football field. And I agree with what was said earlier on the board. I do have the Eagles winning this game as well. We will get into picks more here shortly. Mike, I do just have a question for you, man. the CBS picks, the pick'em that you have set up for people to do.
Yeah.
So do you have all the way up? You can still make those picks today, correct?
Correct.
So Mike has his, he has a link set up. It is on the YouTube page itself. Click on that if you want to take some pics. It doesn't cost anything. See how you compare. Next week, we will compare and see how everybody did. We're going to have our official picks here on the show, but do hit that link. He'll put it up on the Terrible board today. It is also on the YouTube page itself. Click on the link, guys. It takes 2 seconds. I did it yesterday, and I'm ready to make my picks. I'm going to do it today, here and there. So I'll be set for the weekend, getting ready to kick it off with the NFL. But go check it out, everybody. It's really simple to do. I see a few guys from the board are on the list and ready to go. So get over there, get in, and again, it's free. Have some fun, and let's compare and see how we do and make our picks. Again, maybe next week we'll do something along the lines of people outside of our circle here on the screen that you see. When maybe we'll start giving it, like if let's say Corey has a great day and he beats everybody, maybe we'll do some kind of giveaways or something like that this year, something to keep it fun, because Derpy has controlled the picks game here on the show. So I want to see some other faces. I want to see some other success. I'm not saying I don't want to see you succeed, Derpy, but I got to be honest with you. I'd like to see some other people start succeeding. Mike, maybe you could just get off the schneid and get back in it this year and make your way back into the winner's circle for the picks.
I should be in the winner's circle, but Derpy has a way of cheating the picks. So this year, I think we figured out.
He has a system. He has a system.
Yeah. 99% pick what Vanilla Thunder picks and pick the off game and pick the odd game. And then he wins that odd game and he's the winner.
And you know what?
So,
you still
may
haven't
I make
figured.
a suggestion?
Please, yes.
So what I did, I'm actually on a pick'em thing with my dad through his work or whatever. So yesterday I got a physical piece of paper with all the picks and I've signed them off, and I'm going to put them in our group chat right now.
Okay.
That way, and I'm going to read off of it whenever we do. That way, I'm not cheating. So when I win at the end and I'm enjoying my permanis, Mike can't accuse me of cheating.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Mike is going to accuse you of cheating no matter what happens.
That's 100%.
If I don't
true.
win, it's
that's 100%.
Everyone else cheats.
He just does, that is his way. Derpy has his way. Mike has his way. It's just
and then
the
Finch
way
just
that
makes
it
the
is.
right picks.
It's the way of the yinzer.
It's the way. It's the yinzer way. So there you go, Derpy. I'm sorry, Mike has the link up on the board. You could go ahead and sign up with that. And as I said, it's real simple. It takes about 30 seconds, and you can make your picks as well. It costs nada. And then, like I said, we'll have some fun with it, guys, just depending how things go. If it gets nice, if we get good results on it and a lot of people do it and, and get some success, maybe we'll start giving some stuff away and have a lot of fun with it this year, guys. It's going to be a big season for us and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're ready. And as EXP Bless says, here we go. That's right. Vegas has Casey and Chargers play tomorrow. That's right. They're playing out of the country. So we got football all weekend, guys. Today we have the opener. Tomorrow we got Kansas City and the Chargers. Saturday we got college football all day. Sunday we got the deep slate for the NFL. And Monday the Chicago Bears play on Monday night. They play the Minnesota Vikings. So guys, it's on like Donkey Kong. No more waiting. It's here. I'm ready. Mike's ready. I know the guys are ready. I know everybody on the board's ready. Guys, a couple things before we do get started. I do know this. Their injury report for the New York Jets heading into the weekend. We've been talking about our injuries all week. It looks like Herbig has been participating. There's a chance that he could play this week, but our number one, our overall pick this year was Derek Harmon. He's going to be out with his injury, guys. Hopefully not too much longer, but this is what I did pick up from the Jets injury list, Mike. Chuks Okorafor. Chooks. He did not practice. He did not practice this week. And then, of course, we all know that Vera Tucker, he's out. So them two are probably not going to be playing for sure. And then on the limited practice, yeah, Mike.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then on the limited practice list, we do have Sauce Gardner, who had limited practice this week, which is an interesting. This guy is who they put on their number one as far as receivers go, and then also Tyrod Taylor, who is the backup quarterback up there to Justin Fields. He also did not participate yesterday in practice. So 2 out for sure, 2 are in question. We have 1 out for sure, 1 in question. So again, it's healthy. Week 1 football for the most part, Mike, Finch, Derpy. we of course will do the overs unders tomorrow, and of course we will curse the whole entire thing with doing our over and under on the significant injuries.
Oh yes.
But you know what? It's just what we do. I can't
it's
not do
what
it.
you do. You do. Ever since you started, that
So if
people
Aaron
have been
Rodgers
dropping like
switches it-
flies, brother.
If Aaron Rodgers goes down again, it's Brian. Blame Brian, everyone.
Exactly.
Corey Beaver says Vanilla Thunder prefers cocaine like an older Theo Vaughn.
Brother, the old ticker can't handle the Peruvian marching powder like I used to.
Tortilla says it'll be fun to watch Pickens. I agree.
I can't wait for him to crash out, man.
I can't wait. Tonight is gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot of good talent on this football field. And I just like it, as whoever said it on the board, the Cowboys just choked. So I do expect Philly to win this game. Phyllis still says Derps versus Fincher. I got Fincher in 2025. Derpy, you got a little resistance.
Wow,
a little resistance, Derpy, you have. Also, Tortilla says, I bet Derpy is a good ice skater. I don't know what the joke behind that is, but I would have to disagree, Derpy. I couldn't imagine you on ice skates, but I could be wrong.
I would be terrible on ice skates.
He's like a young Brian Boitano.
Yeah.
Only one who came to mind, brother.
Jen says, "Oh yeah, football is back. I'm so excited, guys." Yes. So here we go. Let's get into it. The Pittsburgh. Let me do this first. Keanu Benton comes out yesterday. We were wondering how this was going to turn out, Mike, with the defensive line having some issues that we're having. Of course, right off the top, you have the Cam contract issue. Coach Tomlin's expecting him to play, so we're just going to push that aside for now. Then you have your first round draft pick and Derek Harmon being out this week with his injury, Mike. So again, that's an issue. Keanu Benton was dealing with some injuries in the preseason. So again, a little bit of some concerns, Mike, but at the end of the day, this is what Keanu Benton says, because we were concerned that maybe the Jets might just try to run, and try to take advantage of the situation we have on the defensive line. Mike Keanu Benton says this. He says that Steelers. He says, "quote Steelers have a plan to contain Justin Fields." So that was one of the concerns we had as well, Mike, because of course Justin Fields can get out of the pocket, move around a lot, and then he also does come out and say that the Steelers are going to get grimy to stop the run, Mike. So it's certainly on the front of their mind. The Steelers are preparing, getting ready for the running game, and you know what? If the Jets are trying to figure out a way to attack this new defense, the defense that was put together this offseason by Pittsburgh, that is certainly going to be one thing they look at. My other thing is this, guys. We went up there with Justin Fields and beat Aaron Rodgers last year, or wherever the hell it was. And now they have Justin Fields and they're facing Aaron Rodgers. So I think that's what makes people think that this is going to be some kind of a game. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think this is a game. I don't think the Jets are that good. And I think if the Steelers come out and play halfway as good as they probably should be, I think we win this game rather easily, guys. Again, it's probably going to be a heart attack, as it is every Steeler weekend. But, Mike, I'm not really that concerned, maybe because I'm a fan. If I'm a player, I have to take it one game at a time. I have to not underestimate any opponents. But me as a fan, Mike, I don't fear the Jets. Mike, why don't you comment on the defensive line and the Steelers Jets overall?
Yeah, the D line. Speaking of that, yesterday over on the Twitter, it was Mike Pursuto. He tweeted out video. It was Mike Tomlin with the D line during the drill, going to them like, bring that energy. It all starts up front. What we want to do starts with you guys right here. So, Keanu Benton come out saying, we have a plan. We were focusing on up front and stopping the run. Going out there, paying attention to coach. And hopefully everyone else is too, and they carry that into that, because we saw this last year when they going into the playoff game. They were all hyped up in practice. Those videos that were coming out, this team looked like a team that was locked in, ready to go. And then I see this video, I'm like, oh fuck! Now I'm worried. Now they seem locked in and engaged, so that's going to last a day. But no, they know what they need to do. Now they're And
I want to add this one note, Mike. It seems like the team entirely, they're all kind of locked in. And I wonder how much this has to do with Aaron Rodgers, because he kind of comes in with a certain swag. He comes in with they're asking him a bunch of questions yesterday, and he's just, he's fending them off like they're nothing. It's just game one. It's just week one. The Jets means nothing. He's answering the questions all the right way. And it just makes you wonder how much of the confidence in the way that the Steelers are presenting themselves. And you wonder how much of that locked in has to do with Aaron Rodgers. And if it is that, What a benefit bringing this guy
Yeah,
in.
like we finally have, since Ben retired, we finally have real leaders. We have Aaron Rodgers on offense. We have Patrick Ramsey on defense, where coaches can only do so much. The players got to do themselves too, and players listen to players more than they will coaches, because it's that guy next to you. You're going to listen to your brother more than your fucking boss. You see that at work all the time too. So if you have good leadership at the player level, that's good. They're going to want. Players don't want to let each other down. And, that's what it is. The guy next to you, you don't want to let them down. So now you have these vets who have been there, done that, holding people accountable. Like I said, we haven't had that in a long time since Ben retired. And, maybe that's what we needed, some nice key veteran signings, because the leadership was stale from the player standpoint. So you go out and you change that. And I think we're starting to see it. I hope we're right. And I want to see this team locked in. Now, I think the Jets, they could beat us. Like, it's the NFL. Any team can beat anyone. We, like all the time we say, the Jets always found a way to beat Brady.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
We're Steeler fans. Let's talk about the Steelers. Any given weekend, anybody could win any game. But let me turn. Go ahead, Mike. Finish up, and then I'm going to
say excuse me. The Jets they have really good players on that team, but they don't have a bunch of really good players. But those really good players can change the course of a game. Garrett Wilson, if he breaks free in the secondary and if Fields can hit him, he can change the trajectory of the game. Quinnen Williams on defense can change the trajectory of the game. Sauce Gardner, he's one of the better corners in the league. He can change the trajectory of a game with one play. So that's just what worries me. Like, at a team like that, they just need one play to start thinking they have a chance. And a play like that, we still have a lot of guys on the Steeler team that was there during that collapse. Are they going to think, oh shit, here we go again? Or are they going to sink right there? So those two things right there are just in the back of my mind that puts a little pause on me saying we're going to go through and just steamroll this team.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let me ask you this, Finch. Do you think the fact that how beneficial do you think it is with a guy like Aaron Rodgers here doing what he's doing ahead of Will Howard? Now, of course, Will Howard has his own issues. He's dealing with a broken hand. But do you think that this could be a benefit for somebody like Will Howard, who has to sit back and learn from a guy like Aaron Rodgers how to take that role as being a leader on a professional NFL football team, opposed to him coming in and playing behind Kenny Pickens, opposed to him coming in playing behind Mitch Trubisky, Mason Rudolph, or even Justin Fields for that matter? Do you think it's beneficial for Will Howard moving forward to be able to be behind Aaron Rodgers being the great leader of certainly that we've seen so far? Unless he turns around and does a total 180 on us somewhere at this point in the season, I think that he's doing a damn good job leading this football team. How beneficial do you think it is to a rookie like Will Howard to be able to stand behind and learn from him, not only the skills on the field, but the skills of being a leader in the NFL?
How beneficial was it for Aaron Rodgers to sit behind Brett Favre, who was a general, an absolute master on the football field at that time, whose brain, his football knowledge was at the very top it could have been, even though his arm was not. And Aaron absorbed all of that. So who knows better how to relay that information and to understand what it's like to be Will Howard than Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's very beneficial. And I do think that we have some precedent from last year. I was very high on Russell Wilson coming in with the exact same approach of
we all did.
We all did. The veteran, the saying the right things, doing the right things on the field, talking to the players. He did all of that really well. And it did show. The team did gel around Russell Wilson for a short time. It fell apart at the end of the season. But, you do remember that. I think a lot of this, I'm just saying it's a precedent. It's something we've seen before. We saw it just last year. And I think this year we're going to see it possibly more exponentially because it is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron, I think, has more to offer than a Russ Wilson to a player like Will Howard in this situation. So I do like that. I think it's a great point that you make. And I think that it might be a little bit of I don't want to say a blessing in disguise, but it's going to be beneficial that Will Howard is forced to sit because it kind of keeps that, what if he goes in what if he goes in and throws a touchdown and has a great play, and then you have a QB controversy or some stupid stuff like that. This allows Will to just focus on the mental part of the game as well as his physical therapy instead of worrying about getting a start.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Therapy, I'm going to ask you a question here. The Steelers are currently underdogs in 11 of the 17 games. Of course, that could change throughout the year. But to start off the season, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 11 of their games. They are underdogs. Do you think that this has any how much of this has to do with Aaron Rodgers? Because a lot of what I'm seeing, guys, there's a lot of mixed reports. I mean, people in the national media, they're saying they're not going to be good because of Aaron Rodgers. Then other people are saying if Aaron Rodgers plays good, this team has a really good chance to make some noise. How much of it to you, Derpy? Again, 11 of 17 with the highest paid defense in the league. But I guess you got to go off track record, see what the team's going off, done over the past 2 to 5 years. And, I guess you could really realistically see. But that 11 games off the top where we are underdogs, how does that play in with Aaron Rodgers? Is it because of Aaron? Is it despite of Aaron? Is it what's your thoughts on that, Derpy?
I think it is because of Aaron, but don't ever doubt the Steelers. They're one of the better organizations in the NFL, and if you doubt them, they'll prove you wrong every time.
You're right. It's something that we've seen all of our lives. No two ways about that, guys. Let's jump back on the board. We'll get into a lot of these topics today, guys, as we do head into the opener tonight between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football at 8:20. NFL kicks off tonight. Again, I hate these teams. Love having NFL back on my TV, and I will be watching it. A lot of talent on that football field, whether you like these guys or not. Let's get back on this board because I see a bunch of amazing messages this morning.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Derpy.
I mean, I think the key to this game for the Steelers will be the O-line.
I think there's a lot of things on offense that could be the key to this game. I truly, honestly do, and we'll get into some of them here shortly because there's question marks. No two ways about it. We've made progress in some areas, but there's certainly some question marks along the way. Let's get back on this, guys. Vegas says I want to play hockey, but the main thing holding me back is the fact I've never ice skated. You know what, Vegas? I went through that. I really did. I went through that one point in my life where I wanted to play hockey more than anything. And at that point, I never even ice skated. But
hey, man, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, there you
he
go.
Couldn't ice skate, and it worked out well for him in a different sport, but it worked out.
Perhaps you like golf. Corey says this. He says, "Quit eating, Derpy. Don't act like I don't hear that chomp."
Oh,
you big back. LOL. Sorry,
that's
too
more
far.
That's more like Vanilla Thunder over there.
I'm drinking over here, brother. I'm not eating. I'm a professional.
What up, Cody? Cody, always great seeing Cody on the board. He is signed up, Mike, for the CBS Pick'ems, and I advise anybody if you want to do it.
I just signed up, by the way. When you mentioned it, I went ahead and signed up too, and I saw Cody was on there. I saw you two guys on there, and a few others. So
yes,
please,
absolutely. So it costs nothing. Why not get on, make some picks, and we'll
takes 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes.
We'll incorporate it into the show, and we'll have a little bit of fun with it. So go ahead and make your picks, guys. Again, Cody says Sauce got roasted by Pickens at least twice last year. I'd like to see. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say Calvin Austin beat him a couple times too on the goal line. It's just Russell Wilson couldn't see him, or Justin Fields didn't see him. Yeah,
and that's what I'm thinking. We beat them with Justin Fields. I just I think we're a better team. I just think that we're a better team. Again, unless we go out and shit the bed, I think that we win this football game. I don't know. Call me crazy.
Mike Tomlin is no stranger to coming out flat sometimes.
I know.
And traditionally, he's really great in the first game of the season. I think our record's pretty stellar under him, is it not?
As long as we're not playing somebody good. We played San Francisco the year, 2 years back. They killed us. We played Baltimore so many years back in the first game. They killed us. As long as we play cupcake teams, we're usually pretty good in that first game of the season, generally. So let's hope that carries over. Sorry, Vegas says expect lots of blitzing up the middle to get Aaron off the spot. You know what? They're going to send all kind of looks. There's no two ways about it, guys. We can't expect that. This is where some of the problems are going to be. They're going to disguise looks. They're going to come in with different schemes, and this young offensive line has to be able to recognize and adjust and pick this up. So again, it's going to be a good one, guys. But ultimately, I think we are better than this team, and this is where I'm coming from on my own. Where I'm going to pick for this game. Phil still says week 1 is where you show if you're ready to go. Fincher, can you bring up Steelers opening week outcomes for the past 5 seasons?
I'll look it up. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Cody says, I don't know if sitting behind Brett Favre is such a good thing nowadays.
That's a great comment. I was cracking up when I read that.
RB, what's up, brother? Always great seeing RB on the terrible board. He said he isn't even allowed around the team or the building. How is that going to develop anything? And that's why I made the point to say not a physical development, but you know what I mean. You have a guy in front of you that's not Mitch Trubisky. You know what I mean? And, you know, he spent time with him in preseason. He sees the guy lead. Again, you're right.
But you know, he was Will Howard was out there on the practice field throwing the other day too. So he was at the practice facility. I forget when he can't be around the stuff, but he's been around Aaron all preseason. He's going to be around him the vast majority of the season. So yeah,
just observing how he leads, I think that could go such a long way for a young quarterback. Again, you know, with his restrictions, with the broken hand, there wasn't a lot he could have done physically. But I'm just kind of talking more psychologically, mentally, in the leadership area. Is kind of where I was going, because again, he could take that and use it as an advantage. Mike, if they go out and draft a quarterback this year, which they very well may do, you know, somebody's going to have, you know, he's going to want the edge come spring next year, come mini camp, come rookie camp, come. So again, taking advantage of things like that, I think could go a long way for a guy like Will Howard, especially if you bring in somebody that has mad skill like Lenora Sellers or somebody like this, you know. So, you know, it could kind of work out in their favor. If he's a smart guy, and I have no reason to think that he's not. Tortillas says exactly, Darby. They should doubt us. Every game will go undefeated. Please doubt us. That's right.
And speaking to that, just doing some quick research, like I'm finding stuff that says Tomlin's like the only active coach with a winning record against the spread as an underdog.
That's so we're always underdogs.
Hey, put us as underdogs. We'll come out with a winning record.
Cody I have some stats real quick if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So I got the last 16. Yes, last 18 seasons, the opening record. The Steelers are 10-6-1. Remember, we tied the Browns.
We did tie the Browns.
I completely
20-20 or something. Yeah.
In the opening, 2018 it was. So just real quick,
what was the score on that, Finch?
That score was 21 tie.
Yeah,
21-21 at Cleveland. And yeah, so in Mike Tomlin's era, 10-6-1 opening day. So yeah, he's been pretty good. Can't argue that. Pretty good.
We always were. It's always when you get that really good team. The Patriots in the first game, I think when they were good, we didn't beat them. San Fran a couple years ago. Baltimore killed us.
Baltimore
1 year.
Us.
So like as long as we play, an average team, we're usually pretty good on opening day. Cody says if the O-line sucks, we suck. And you know what? Again, that's a big question mark heading in, Cody. Vegas said picks are in. Oh, awesome, man. We'll have to Vegas did get his picks in, guys. So get over. Nice. Hit the link and make your picks, guys. The game starts tonight. We don't have much longer to make this week's picks.
So we're up to about 8 people in there, I think now.
Awesome. Keep them
coming,
if we
can
man.
Get over 10, that'd be sweet.
Really Coasterholics, what's up? Always great seeing Coasterholics on the terrible board. He says it's great to have having meaningful games back. I couldn't agree more. Yes. I couldn't agree more. But you know what? That does bring the heart attacks back and all that kind of fun stuff. Because again, in the preseason, you could always say, hey, it's preseason. Who cares? Now you want to win every game, and you don't want to hear your friends who are not Steeler fans or whatever talk their shit the following day. So a lot goes. You know what? We really exert a lot into our football life. We really do, guys, with our Steelers. Because again, at the end of the day, you have to go out and defend your team because there's always going to be somebody that's trolling you or against you. And
I love that we have people here on the board on this show who are not afraid to throw that crap at us whenever the Steelers do suck, and they make sure to let us know. But it's not that hater attitude. It's that, hey, how can we discuss this to make us feel better about ourselves and our team? That's what this community is about. That's what you guys are about. That's why I'm here. It's what I love about it. And this is the most exciting time of the year if you're a fan of football, man. And when you have friends like you guys and this awesome group of people online from all over the world, this is exciting, man. I can't even contain it. It's awesome.
You know what? You want to hear a quick story? One time about, 15 years ago, my son, who's 27 now, he was a kid, probably.
That just blew my mind, by the way.
I know, because you were there when
he was very young when I first met him, yes.
27, and we went to a game probably about 15 years ago, and it was his first game. It was against the Bengals. It was a game we won 35-7. So if you look that up, it's been many, many years. And we were going, and when we get there, you know how when you first get to the stadium and that large crowd of people is outside the gate ready to go in before they open up the gates, and there's a million Steeler jerseys standing on that corner. And I remember, and you just hear drums and the steel line guys as you're walking down the road playing their drums, and people selling their t-shirts over here. And you get closer to the stadium, and all you see is people with black jerseys on with their terrible towels. And I remember I said to my son, I said, "This is your family." He's a sports guy like I am. He always had an interest. I said, "These guys here, these are going to be your family the rest of your life." Because look at the guys on our show. Look at the people that are sitting on our panel. Look at the people who are on our board. As you mentioned, Finch, these are the people that we gather with every year this time and get ready and talk about our Steelers and get ready for the season. And you know what? I stand still. I stick with that till today. In my late 40s, and I've been a Steeler fan my whole life. These people that are around you, they are always going to be your people because they are Steeler fans. Steeler fans don't come and go. The real ones don't come and go. But that's what I told him. I said, these people are your family. And you know what? He treated it accordingly. Next game we went, he had his face painted half yellow, half black. And he just ended up being a maniac as far as being a Steeler fan. But guys, we are fam, and we are getting ready to head into the opening weekend. And as Finch said, you're amazing. Everybody's amazing on the board. Everybody watching at home, we appreciate you, and we're ready to take that next step with you guys into this football season as the Steelers kick it off this Sunday in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Guys, I'm grateful, very grateful to have you guys along. It's going to be a blast. With that being said, RB says Derpy still has that African wall cricket issue. I don't hear. I maybe I'm missing it. Does he still have?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if it's you. Because I know that you have the sound bite.
I only hit it once today, but it's come through a few times. Yeah.
And I couldn't tell if it was you.
My mic now.
Oh, so you do. You just it's
that's what
all
it is,
right.
yeah.
There you go.
You only hear it when he's talking. Yeah.
You know, Derpy finally figured out a technology that's only been around for the past 15 years.
Or better yet, you could just move your laptop into a closet so we don't have to hear the background. You know?
Trapped in the closet.
Yeah, go sit in the closet. Close the door.
You'd be comfy.
Tortilla says, that's the thing, Mike. Sure, we want a bigger, better wide receiver too, but Calvin Austin III was open a lot last year, and Russ couldn't find him, or Fields was too afraid to make the throw. I think Calvin Austin III will have a great connection. And that's what we're ultimately hoping, right? I mean, this is what it has to be. At this point, guys, we're just 3 days out, 3 days and 45 minutes.
I mean, I love Calvin Austin, but I think the big connection will be Darnell Washington.
You know what? And I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to love these tight ends. He goes on and on about these tight ends. This is the best tight end room I've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. I think that he's going to utilize the tight end, especially at this point in his career, Mike, because, you know, he is 42 years old. And it isn't as easy to make the big, strong throws consistently as he might have done early in his career. So he is going to look to the tight end a lot of times. And I think Darnell being such a big target and Pat Freiermuth being such a seasoned veteran, and John O. Smith with the skills that he has can certainly play a big part of this team's offense this year. It probably is.
Yeah, and, you know, two of the guys that Aaron Rodgers has been talking up are Mount Washington and Roman Wilson. Like, he expects so much out of those two. I wonder if he's going to try and not force the ball to them this game, but try and, you know,
work them into it.
Work them into it. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, like, hey, tell Artie, like, hey, I want to get some packages for these guys where they're the primary guy. If we get a good look on the defense out there, can we get them out there? I've been hyping them up, been hard on Roman Wilson to develop his talent. So I can see Aaron Rodgers like, hey, dial up a player or two for each where they're the guy and let me get them going.
And that is a pure 21 leadership move by Aaron, by the way. Get those guys confident.
21 years, Finch. Aaron Rodgers says this is the best tight end room I've seen in 21 years.
Can you think of too many amazing tight ends at Green Bay all those years?
No, early on, who's
Jermichael Finley was pretty good, right?
Jermichael Finley's the one that's popping in my head.
Yeah, he was a good one.
Guy early on, was he late Favre, early Rodgers? He might have been late Favre. That Mark Chmura, remember he was a really good.
Mark Chmura was with Favre.
Yeah, he was late Favre. He ended up getting in trouble or something.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
But just to say, for him to say that, I think that is a high compliment. I mean, once again, he's a leader. He's been around for 20-something years. He's seen and played against the very best in the league, Hall of Famers, you know. So I think that's a high compliment. I don't think he's blowing smoke. I don't think he's just saying that.
Right.
But to go back what you were saying, he was talking real high on especially Roman. I mean, we on this show have just really been itching to see that guy play.
Yeah.
I mean, he was hurt last year. It's good. It's encouraging to hear him say that. And I want him to work those packages and get that guy a catch or two in the first game.
Well,
Even
this
if it's just a quick slant, something, build his confidence. That's what leaders are great at. Ben Roethlisberger used to do that all the time. So it would be great to see that happen. Yes, I love that.
Well, this was one thing that Christian Kuntz did say, of course, right here from Pittsburgh, our long snapper. He dealt with an injury in preseason.
Yeah.
Christian Kuntz did come out and say that Aaron Rodgers does Roethlisberger-esque things at practice. Again, these guys are they're the standard.
Yeah.
They're the prime. They're the again, we mentioned the 5 quarterbacks during any generation that are just better than everybody else. Nobody else is at that level. Ben and Aaron Rodgers were certainly in that category.
Tippy top of the top. Yes.
Tippy top of the
Right
top.
there with your Brady's and Mannings. I mean,
And Bruce
better?
Arians coming out over the past couple of days saying he would take Ben over any quarterback in big game situations. And, so there's something about having a guy like this in your locker room. But as you said, Finch, it is something that we hoped to see last year. And a lot of us felt confident going into the year. And at the end of the day, listen, they were 10-3 at one point. So, I mean, there's, I think, good reason to feel confident about what they were doing last year. It just didn't finish the way we wanted it to. But this is kind of what we were hoping from Russell Wilson, is this leadership and the way that everybody, they followed him. They did. He did great things in the community. Nobody hates Russell Wilson. As a matter of fact, I like him better now. And I got to experience
I'm a Russ
him.
Wilson fan. I wish him the best. Yes,
Absolutely. So hopefully it goes better this time around first. And at the end of the day, for people that said last year went bad, we were 10-3. 14 games into the season. 13 games into the season. So if we're not that far off with the plug and play offensive line that we had last year, if we're not that far off when we didn't have a wide receiver 2 last year, if we're not that far off, you see what I'm saying? So maybe this year we come a little bit further because we grow as an offensive line. So a lot more guys. A couple other things I do want to say also about Aaron was this. Aaron Rodgers did come out and say, if you're wondering, and this should make you feel a little bit better about what might go down this weekend. Aaron Rodgers said this: we're gonna use a number of things that were unscouted in preseason, and this is going to determine Sunday. He believes this is going to determine Sunday's winner, guys, because the Jets don't really have anything besides what they have from last year. And let's say the Steelers come in this preseason. We only seen a vanilla package in the preseason. Let's say this Arthur Smith offense comes out this week, and it's something that we've never seen before. And this is what Aaron is saying. He says we're going to use a number of things that's unscouted. So, maybe the Steelers offense will come out and blow us all away, blow us all out of the water on Sunday. We just don't know. It seems like there's a confidence. Again, we're going off of what backups did in the preseason with a vanilla game plan. This Sunday is a whole different game, guys. This one is this is for all the marbles. They count. So again, I'm hoping this is what we see this weekend. Again, they seem pretty confident. And unlike Finch, to steal from Finch the term, it doesn't seem like they're just talking to blow smoke. It seems like there's a confidence with this team, and I can't wait to see it translate out on the football field.
Yeah, I forget which former pro it was. I saw in an interview, and they asked him, like, do you really go in expecting to win every year? And he's like, no. He's like, I've been on bad teams. And you just know, looking around, like, okay, we got like 3 good players on this team. We're not going to do anything. Coach is going to come in and try and tell us. We know it's not. We're going to parrot out there to the media. Yeah. But deep down inside, it's like, it's human nature. You look around, the talent. You're going to go out there and give it your all. But for most of these games, you're going to lose. And you can kind of tell when people are blowing smoke.
Yeah.
Trying to have that false bravado. And you can just tell, looking at their own roster and hearing what they're saying, you can tell, okay, you're trying to pump yourself up. You're trying to pump the fans up so they come out and support you. And there's other teams you can look around and by your roster, you should be saying, we're very confident, or, your roster ain't that bad. If things fall your way, you should be talking confidently. And I think that's where the Steelers fall into. Like, we have a pretty good roster, and if things fall our way, they have every right to be confident of how this season's going to go and how they're going to perform.
Derby, any comments before we jump back on the board? Maybe Derby did go in the closet.
I think Derby's deep in the closet.
I was about to say beat, but Finch got me.
Anything before we hit the board, Derby? Any comments on anything we were just talking about?
No.
Okay.
So that's why he's the best in the business.
That's why we keep him in the closet. Did you ever see the movie The Bronx Tale?
Yeah.
The guy they make sit in the closet because he's bad luck. They're like gangsters, and then when they do their gambling, they make him sit in the closet because he's ugly, or it was because he was ugly, and it gave them bad luck or something.
Like every time I hear like Derpy in the closet, I think of that South Park episode, Tom Cruise trapped in the closet.
I do know that one. That one's a funny one.
Let's dig it back on the terrible board, guys. Corey says the key to the game is going to be DK versus Sauce. If he shuts DK down, we're going to be in trouble.
I don't think so.
I think a game like this, Mike, and I agree with what you're saying, Mike, because I think a game like this is going to prove to us what we have at that other position. If the Steelers feel this confident about their Calvin Austin IIIs and their Roman Wilsons, boy, wouldn't this be the perfect time for these guys to really go out and do what they do and show that they belong, and they show that they could be the number 2 receiver on this team, and show that maybe we made the right decision by not going out and overpaying for a wide receiver. And if you do, now you have a nice young wide receiver, Mike, on your team that you drafted, and this is something that you could have for years to come. As I said, I don't know if I agree or disagree with what you're saying, Corey, but I do know this: if it does happen, I certainly look forward to those other 2 young men seeing what it is that they can do with Calvin Austin and with Roman Wilson.
Yeah, like just looking at their secondary, opposite Sauce Gardner, you got Braden Stevens, who's coming over from Baltimore, so we're familiar with him. I think we'll be able to move the ball through the air against them. I like Sauce is amazing, but they got some talent around him. But I think he is their secondary. I think we can move the ball against them, but it will be harder if he is able to bottle up DK Metcalf. I want to see him line up against Calvin Austin, because that's when he was coming out of college, he said that was the receiver who gave him the most fits. So,
I like our chances. There's not many things that's making me point toward the Jets in this game, guys. Vegas says Tomlin has lost 13 games as a 6.5 point or more favorites, which doesn't surprise me. Like Finch said, it seems like when we're underdogs is when we seem to play better. That's just been the Steeler way. Remember back in the early 2000s, in the late 90s, when we were number 1 every year, or number 2 in the AFC, and we're getting the buys every year, we're getting a week off, and we would lose. We would lose in the second round. And we were counting. Remember, Finch, we were going to the Super Bowl the one year, and we had the songs, and we were singing and dancing, and it was when the Patriots first started their dynasty, and they came out and beat us in the playoffs in the AFC Championship game.
35-12 or some shit like that. Yeah.
And that's the thing. We were either the 1 or the 2, and that's just how it goes with the Steelers. Like, as you always talk about Penn State, if you were put in that position for whatever reason we choke, if you have your back against the wall and fighting us against the world, it seems like that's the most effective recipe for the Steelers, just historically from what I've seen. And I don't know many people that would disagree with that, guys. I think that's a really good point.
96, 104, and 3 against the spread as a favorite.
Wow.
But then on the flip side, he's the only coach who has a winning record against the spread as an underdog. That shit's just fucking wild.
How many times have he been the underdog?
Oh, Mike has the math.
Hold on. I mean,
it can't be that many.
To the closet with Derpy you go, Mike. Go math.
A few a season, maybe.
I'm getting 65 and 39 and
now we're all
4,
staring at you.
Or 55, 35 and 4. Those are the 2 things that Google AI is giving me. So take it with a grain of salt.
Tortilla says Mike Tomlin needs to be investigated. He definitely putting some money on some games. I mean, come on, what the else makes sense?
Corey, where are you at, brother?
Investigate makes sense. RB says, I'm going to start my draft research soon. When I stumble across guys I like for the Steelers, can I send over a small write-up and a highlight video of the guy for the web? Absolutely, man. Send.
Yeah.
You guys see, we got our address up there. We have the email address. Anything. Anybody wants to send anything, please do. We'll certainly incorporate things.
yinzers.com. Send it over, dude. I'll post it everywhere I can, man.
Anybody. We're a fam here, guys. We're moving forward into the season together. Phil is still.
Make sure I credit you too, and whoever sends anything over, make sure you guys get the accreditation.
Absolutely, guys. Phil still says, fellas, I'm going to say it, and this is what I want to see in my Steeler football 2025. Complimentary football. Steelers D gave Steel offense the ball back many times, and Steel offense didn't answer. You're right.
Ding, ding, nail on the head.
Absolutely. Cody says, last night I started thinking that the Pittsburgh and Baltimore's offense schemes is almost the same exact. The quarterbacks, DK Smith, Fryermuth, Austin, Bateman, Andrews, likely Flowers. Who's going to do better? They mirror one another, Mike, and we always said this. We've always said this. I've said this since 1996. when they stole the Browns from Cleveland.
Mhm.
This was a team that was built to compete in the AFC North.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're going to be at the bottom every year, and you're not going to compete with the Steelers. And so this is why Baltimore. It's a part of why the Steelers are part of why they're successful. You know what I mean? It's they took our model and they built their team very similar to us, and this is why they are very competitive in this division every year. And why doesn't our teams that are like us ultimately fare well in the playoffs all the time? It's a different style.
Yeah.
You're built to win in this division because you got to win your division. You have to win your division games. You have 6 games out of 17 was 16. And this builds, this goes a lot into what your playoffs, your positioning, everything. So guys, it's exactly what it is. Baltimore, they built themselves to be like the Steelers. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, dude. And you look at the AFC North or the NFC North, excuse me. It's, once Green Bay, pass happy, then Detroit becomes pass happy. Minnesota becomes.
Got to be able to hang with your division.
So you have to compete with them. And then it's funny, you saw them once they got into the playoffs, they couldn't adapt to the playoffs, where you have to be able to do a little bit more ball control and play a little bit more headier defense. They weren't able to adapt. So it is true, man. You just look around the league and find the teams that have won recently, Philadelphia and Kansas City. Their offenses they can go out there and score with you. Or, hey, you want to grind it out? We'll grind it out. Or, we'll let our defense beat the shit out of you. So those teams that can do a little bit of everything well tend to do better in the playoffs than a team that is just good at running the ball or just good at playing defense or just being an air raid offense. You have to have a well-rounded team to win still in the NFL.
I do want to say this as we were talking about the AFC North. Let me just give you these numbers real quick. Kind of interesting, but you got to look at it in context, guys. The AFC North quarterbacks, the starters this year, Mike, Aaron Rodgers has 156 wins in his career, 156 wins. Joe Flacco coming in second with 106 wins. Of course, these guys have been around for a minute. Lamar Jackson comes in third with 74 wins, and Joe Burrow, 38 wins. Yes, he did make it to the Super Bowl, but look what's happening here. Mike, the Bengals don't conform to the AFC North. The Bengals kind of play with do what a lot of the other teams are doing. And guess what? This team that probably should be in a lot better position, with the exception of the last year and a half, Mike, of course, the defense stinks and the offensive line has certainly deteriorated. But, Mike, they just didn't build their team the way that the AFC North is. And guess what? The Bengals never, with the exception of the 1 year, really have a great season, Mike. It's a good example. And who does? Baltimore, who has the AFC North build. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. I don't have explanation. I don't know the science, but I do know that it is the way that it is. Tortilla says the standard is betting against Vegas.
Again, Pablo Torre, do some investigating on this shit. You're tearing down the NBA.
Yeah, man.
Or any young sports journalist who wants to make a name for himself. If they're willing to dig deep, I'm sure they would be able to track something down somewhere. Somebody's probably working on it now.
If they find gambling in NFL in Vegas in bed deep, that guy's going to be disappeared.
I will say that I was at Vegas recently, as you guys know.
Yeah.
Allegiant Stadium is so close to Mandalay Bay and the Luxor. There's actually an underground tunnel to walk between them. And it just seems kind of weird that two huge casinos with giant sports books, especially the Luxor, one of the largest in the world, the Luxor, is literally 3 football field lengths walk away.
And there's a tunnel.
And I'm not joking. It's freaking wild, dude. I was thinking about that as I was just kind of, perusing, walking around, learning the city and stuff. And I'm like, of course, Allegiant Stadium's this amazing, huge stadium that I could see from my hotel window. And I'm like, I got to find a way to check it out. And I found that. And that was the thought that got in my head. It was like, how easy is it for somebody from one of the teams to just stroll over, make a few bets, walk back. Hey, coach, this is what I did. It's a little sickening, to be honest with you.
I knew as soon as they started tying in Vegas and gambling and betting with pro sports, we were gonna. It was gonna get weird, and we're still in the infantile stage of this whole thing. Just wait, guys. I think as things just kind of tend to get more corrupt over time, and things happen, and people learn the system and a way to counter the system. I think that this could definitely be a quagmire that's going to be certainly have to be dealt with in the future. But I again, as soon as I seen this, they were jumping into bed together. I knew it wasn't going to be good, guys. You just. They don't belong together.
They don't. They make gambling legal. I'm all for that, but do not have like ESPN, Fox Sports, the NFL Network in
Having
bed
whole
with those
shows
networks,
talking
No.
just
having
about the odds.
and having your
Right.
NFL teams being sponsored by betting websites and
Right.
shit like that. Keep them separated so there's at least the illusion
Right.
of fairness and competency and what have you. But no, let's just intermarriage everything. And people are just a lot of people are going, oh well, it is what it is. I'm still going to watch. I'm still going to gamble because it's what I do. And then you have other people going, can we just stop this so I know what I'm watching isn't a hint of it being rigged.
Couldn't agree more, my friend. Cody says that the Ravens scheme becomes ours. Isaac, I see what you're saying.
I think so. You look at their offense and the way we're building our offense, it's kind of the same way. Run it through the tight ends and
wait till we get
and then-
Lenora Sellers, Mike, and we could do what their quarterback does as well, right?
yeah, and then find a beast of a running back, and then we're same offense.
Well, we got
That's it. That's it. We just need a generational quarterback and a generational running
question.
back.
I have this written down on my list here. The hype, talking about running backs and beasts in the future. Now it's just not me. Now you got to admit, I've been guilty of this, and I said early that I didn't think. Listen. At the beginning, people were very excited about Caleb Johnson. I was excited about Caleb Johnson, and I was including him in why the Steelers were going to be successful moving forward. You got to admit that the hype certainly died down about Caleb Johnson, for multiple reasons. Again, I think people seen what I've seen in the preseason. I don't think he's ready. I'm not saying he's a bad running back. I'm just, I thought he was going to be a little bit more well prepared to jump into an NFL football season. It apparently doesn't look that way. They have him number 3 on the depth chart behind Jalen Warren, behind Kenneth Gainwell. So, Mike, again, I don't think that it's just me. Again, I'm seeing it everywhere. Is this what you're seeing in general? Not that because you like or you disagree or whatever. Is this generally what you're seeing with Caleb Johnson as well?
Yeah. They were hoping that he would be ready for game 1, but they also have the confidence in Jalen Warren to be their guy.
Which I do too.
That's why they were comfortable letting Najee go. Then they go out and get Kenneth Gainwell. He can do some other things. Then hey, we can go to the draft and
Mike, how much of a leash do you think that we should give? And they're going to give him. I mean, it's going to be a long leash because we just drafted the guy. But how much leash do you feel comfortable with giving Caleb Johnson? Again, I was expecting him to be. I don't know if game 1. I'll give you that. But early on, I was expecting him to kind of be plug and play, game ready, the same way that Derek Harmon and even Y.A. Black picked later in the draft. He just doesn't seem to have it or be prepared mentally yet to do that. How long of a leash do you think that just generally, again, we're not going to get rid of the guy, but just generally, what kind of leash do you think that this guy gets, and how does that play out for Caleb?
I think we're going to see him all 18 or all 17 games as long as he stays healthy. I think the beginning of the season, you're going to see a heavy dose of Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, and then Caleb Johnson mixed in. And then if he starts hitting on those opportunities, he'll get more and more. And then eventually he'll be the 1-2 punch with Jalen Warren, the way Jalen Warren and Najee Harris were. But then if those opportunities he gets and he's not showing anything, I think they become fewer and fewer. Let's not forget, Love Bell was a second-round pick, and he was injured his first year, and before he got injured, he wasn't looking like that great of an NFL running back. And then he, sat out the rest of the year on injured reserve, came back, dropped 20 pounds, and became the running back that we all knew and loved. So some players are able to come in right away and have an impact. Some players, it takes a year for them to reach their potential to be the guy. So I don't think they're going to give up on him. I think they're going to give him opportunities. But if he doesn't start hitting on them, there'll be fewer and fewer. But if he hits on them, expect to see more and more and more of him, because he wasn't a finished project coming into the NFL. Once you start drafting guys in the 3rd round, they got stuff to work on. Like him being just a running back, not being counted on to be a big receiver in the Iowa offense, that skill kind of faded for him. Him not having to block a whole lot, that skill kind of faded for him. So they knew there were things they had to work on him with. What's going to happen with players drafted at that spot? But you can see the potential there. If they can get something out of it, awesome, which we've shown we've been able to get stuff out of running backs.
All right. No, good. I couldn't agree more. Let's get back to the board, Mike. Phil still says no more run, and then 4-yard hook or punt. No more 3-and-outs from Steelers offense.
I hope so, brother.
I hope you're right, man.
The number one way we can improve our defense over next year is by keeping our defense off the field.
Yeah.
And that was our
Yep.
biggest issue last year. That's why we blew games at the end. It's just
We were 10-3 because
of
of the defense. I mean,
Yeah.
the offense did just good enough to get the wins, but at the end of the day, the defense was the big
great.
player.
They were
And then
good.
when you're 10-3 and you go that long, depending on your defense, again, remember the first couple of games was an 18-12 win over Atlanta, and I mean it was really close,
The field goal
low-scoring
game.
defensive games, and early on with the Ravens with that game, and them missing field goals was the difference. So again, certainly wasn't the offense. A lot of things on offense do have to start going right for the Steelers, and again, they're question marks at this point. We just have no way of answering what this group of guys on the offensive line are going to be able to do together, what this Arthur Smith offense is going to look like with the tight end situation. We have Jonnu Smith included, and Aaron Rodgers. There's no way that we could even answer those questions until what we see this weekend.
Exactly. And that's why I'm so ready for this game to start, because we've been asking these questions ad nauseum, it feels like, for the past 8 months. So I can't wait to have some of them answered week 1.
Vegas is Bubba Franks, Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah, those were the tight ends.
Talking about some tight ends for Green Bay.
Bubba Franks, he had a good
remember that name. You know what name I like? Speaking of Bubba Franks, you guys ever see Booger McFarland?
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Booger McFarland?
Who doesn't love Booger? Come on.
Just because his name's Booger. If his name was Frank.
And what's funny is
it makes me like him more that he's Booger.
He looks like, I don't say he looks like a booger, but Booger is a name that suits him.
Yeah, right,
you know what I mean?
Looks like remember
he doesn't look like a booger. That's
Monday
me.
Night Football.
I get it.
They had him on that little contraption, and they would
they
down
were
the field. He was all bundled up. He looked like a hardened booger.
I love that.
He was all hunched in there. Yeah, I like.
Gotta love the Booger. Guys, Tortilla, the Packers had one guy at the tight end. He was cool. I don't know who he was, but he sounds like a cool guy.
Tortilla Jackson just channeled his inner derpy. That sounds like a derpy sentence.
But you know what, Tortilla?
I know who you're talking about.
I think that sounds like a cool name. So I'm right there with you, Tortilla. Cody says Ben was a 2-minute drill demon.
Fuck yeah, he was.
He sure was, man. Not many people could do what he did in 2009. That drive against Arizona, and then hitting right. I mean, that pass could have not been anywhere else in this universe.
Still boggles my mind that he was not the MVP of that football game.
That particular ball could have been anywhere else in the universe, but the one place it needed to be was where it was, and Ben got it there. I would not.
After he dropped the pass immediately before, the confidence of Ben to go back to him is a all-time moment in Steelers history.
And I was about to say that was the harder catch. The second one, and the best part is Ben was talking about that game. He's like, "Yeah, I'm giving the offense this big rah-rah speech in the huddle," and then immediately we get hit with a 10-year penalty.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Everything was like our favor. A lot of people don't remember the right way because they think everything went our favor. It didn't. We had penalties. We had drop passes.
And Ben said that was like, he's like, we needed that because it was like that moment when when the Niners were in the Super Bowl, when Joe Montana goes, "Hey guys, look, it's John Candy." It relaxed everyone. Ben said that penalty actually
brings you back,
relaxed us because like, oh, okay, we're still playing a game. We were gonna go out and do what we need to do.
Vegas says the wide receiver room is fast for sub 0.4, and Ben, I don't know how fast he is.
So Ben Skowronek, he's probably like a 5 flat.
Yeah,
he's a tall, goofy white guy.
He's the white guy. I wouldn't expect him to be too fast.
He looks like me, but slim down, brother.
Vegas says Derpy is in the kitchen cupboard. What's that called? Like in the kitchen, the pantry. That's where we have Derpy. He's in the pantry right now,
where the snacks are kept. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Him and the rats and the cockroaches are in there munching around.
And all the pudding cups. Cody says, I don't understand how can sit out, and if he doesn't get his way, he signed to the team for 2 more years, this year and next. What's he going to be sitting out? You know what? I was reading an article that said, I can't think of it to give the credit, but the point of the article was, if Cam really wants to keep leverage, he's got to sit out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If he wants to keep leverage in his fight, which I don't think is going to end well for him if that's the route he takes. But by giving in, because he's been practicing, guys. He's been practicing a full participation at practice. And in this particular article, I don't disagree. It said if he wants to keep his leverage in this, He probably shouldn't play.
Yeah.
It's interesting, guys. This whole Cam situation, and again, Mike, it really gives him a tarnished look from comparable to what you've seen in the way he puts himself out there, and he has for many years here in Pittsburgh. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. Maybe he'll let it go. Maybe it'll just get quiet and go. We could sweep it under the rug and move on, and they could deal with things when they deal with things. But it's going to be interesting. And again, Mike, he loses leverage by playing this week, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe Omar Khan did the hey, you have another all-pro year, we'll take care of you next year conversation.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what they're doing to Boz too. Like, hey, you go out there, you do Chris Boswell things. Well, we will take care of you next year.
He's going to be the highest paid kicker in the league. There's no two ways about it. When his time comes, I don't understand what the big it was just weird because it happened the same time Cam started pulling his shit. But Chris Boswell is going to be the highest paid kicker in the league when the time comes around. I don't know, but again, Mike, interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this Cam Hayward, just because of who he is and who he portrayed himself to be for years, and again, calling out Aaron Rodgers, and again, leadership this and me that. So it's going to be interesting, Mike, of course, ultimately to see how this plays out with the Cam Hayward contract issue. I expect 100% to see him out there on Sunday. I do. I think somebody, I don't know who it was, but I think somebody talked some sense into him somewhere along the way because he's kind of lightened up, and again, he doesn't seem as hell-bent as he did early on in this dispute.
I think Cam understands as well that he is a longtime fan favorite, and he would honestly feel guilty if he didn't go out there and play.
I agree.
I think he has that in. A lot of players don't do that. They don't have that feeling. You know, your TOs and those guys don't give a crap. But I think Cam, in his gut, it hurts him a little to not be out there, and I think he will be.
And with Cam too, he's seen the backlash that he's getting online.
Yes, he is getting.
So from the fans, he's like, that would be the tipping point for a lot of other fans that are on the fence or even still in his camp. Like, you don't show up for the game. Okay, we understand holding out practice, whatever, but the game,
right?
That's when that's when it gets
the literal
real.
Reason that you're here. Vegas is DK 4.33, Roman a 4.39, Calvin a 4.32, Miller a 4.36, and of course Ben Skoranek 4.
I was close.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, you were close.
I was close.
It wasn't like it was a out on the edge, you know. You reached for that guess, but I think we were all kind of in there.
I'm just surprised Scotty Miller was a 4.6 guy or a 4.3 guy coming out of college. That's impressive.
I was too. Cody says, "Hey, coffee cake, no good. I don't want to see the kid's face when he's rolling my dice. That is what I'm talking about. That's from the Bronx Tale, coffee cake. That's what they called the guy. Yes, and then you see him. He's just sitting on that stool by himself." Classic movie, A Bronx Tale. Jamal, what's up, dude?
What up, Jamal?
It's hey, brother. It is opening kickoff day tonight. The Cowboys, the Eagles. You might not like these teams. I don't like these teams, but I tell you what, guys, there's gonna be a lot of talent on that football field. And there's gonna be NFL on my TV tonight, guys. 8:20 starts the season in just 3 days and 14 minutes till the Steelers kick it off against the Jets in New Jersey, guys. I cannot wait. Welcome to the board, Jamal. Always great seeing you, my friend. Corey says, did you guys see the clip where Elliott addressed what he had said about Rodgers being old? Apparently, it wasn't a joke. He said, I'll admit I was wrong, and he changed my mind, so his comments were legit. You know what? I didn't think it was a joke at first. I thought he was being real because I think that he felt that it wasn't going to happen. I think that Deshaun Elliott thought that there was no way the Steelers were going to bring in Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers is pissing around playing games right now. He's on ayahuasca in a forest in Mexico and talking to the gods. At this point, Deshaun Elliott did not think that Aaron Rodgers was going to be a Steeler, just like the rest of us.
That's a completely legit thought.
He meant those comments, Finch, to the very core. I guarantee it. Mm-hmm. He did not expect Aaron to end up being here.
No, nobody did except for Aaron and maybe Pat McAfee.
You're right. Corey, okay, we got that one. Vegas says, is this a special double dumb yinzer show? It is. It's always special dumb, double dumb here on the show.
This is the season lineup. That's what this is. The season lineup right here, the core four, baby.
It's the A team. Mike RB says Tomlin's only corruption was giving jobs to underqualified people after they did favors for Dino's career. Someone should dig into that mess and see how it led to Kenny Pickett being the number one pick.
Ooh. Pablo Torre, get on that.
You know what though? I'm always going to be able to. I'm going to defend Kenny because the city jumped on board. Everybody wanted Kenny.
Who wanted Kenny?
Kenny was this far from winning a Heisman Trophy as last year. So people believed that this was something in the making. And again, if you've been alive since the 80s at least, you've heard the Dan Marino thing over and over and over and over. And we just didn't want to miss if this happened to be the situation. It wasn't. We took the jump. But again, I really think that a lot of Pittsburgh got behind Kenny Pickett in that draft pick. And I think if it wasn't for the fans in the city, they don't make that draft pick. I really think that was influenced by Pittsburghers and Yinzers and Steeler Nation.
Kenny deserved the love that he got here at that time. When we drafted him, like you said, he was a feel-good story. You'd like to see the hometown, the Pitt guy, the Dorsets, the Marinos, and it was really cool at the time. It didn't pan out, man.
Right.
What are you going to say? And he never did anything wrong. He didn't make bad comments. He didn't get in trouble or anything. I don't understand people hating on Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh. Once again, I mean, you could say what you want about on the field. That's totally legit because it's all there on the tape. But you know what? Wish the guy the best. I'm glad he's not in Cleveland anymore.
Me too. That's
get him out of that absolute mess up there with the Sanders and all them guys. Good for Kenny. I wish him the best. I hope he does well against the NFL, except for the Steelers.
Absolutely. He is back at practice fully for the Raiders, guys.
Yeah,
as they and everybody else will be back in action this week as we kick off the 2025 campaign. Let me jump back on the board. Mark Malone, my man. How you doing, brother? Always great seeing Mark on the board. He says we're going to have to feed opposing teams a steady diet of the Big Johnson if we're going to come out on top.
Hey now.
Mark Malone working hard for that game ball today, I see. Great to see you on the board. John, my friend, also great to see you as well, sir. He says Warren's early contract is an indicator of Johnson's status. That's, guys, that popped into my head as well. They get a look at what they had with Caleb in the preseason, and then they go and they feed Warren with this contract. I'm just wondering what they're seeing in Caleb Johnson that maybe the rest of us aren't seeing. RB says Lamar Jackson is a generational athlete. He's not a generational quarterback. Once his legs go at all, he's useless. Yeah, probably.
He's one of those guys that probably could have been good at any major sport, really.
And I think that's how teams got to prepare for him. And even if he doesn't use his legs, he's a whole other beast. You have to prepare.
Right.
And when he loses that, you prepare different. Now he's a pocket passer, and you attack it differently.
I don't know.
He has a big arm.
Only 4 interceptions last year.
The only reason we hate Lamar is because he plays for the Ravens.
I mean, the guy's no surprise. I watched him in Louisville. When he loses his legs, he becomes a pocket passer only. I think you see a change. It's a different guy. It's a different beast. Again, you would defend him entirely different. It would be Vegas says Johnson is apparently having issues pass blocking. I know. My complaint about that is this, bro. Yeah, you're a running back, but you've probably been playing since you were 4. At some point, you should be able to figure out how to put your body between yourself and two men. It's like a game on the playground. Like if Mike is trying to get Finch's Twix bar, and I'm trying to help Finch, I would stand in between them. You know what I mean? I would position my body to protect Finch from getting his candy bar stolen.
But the difference is in the NFL, when Mike's coming at you and you prepare for that block, he falls down to his feet. You have no idea where he's at, and suddenly another guy runs right past you and steals my Twix.
Well, the thing is,
it's the scheme that he's having the issue with, not the physical ability to push guys around.
And I get that. And again, I just don't understand if you threw him into ice hockey and you were wondering why he wasn't able to do something simple in that, well, he's never played ice hockey.
Sure.
He's no stranger to football. He's no
played
stranger
football for 20 years, right?
For blocking. He's no stranger. I mean, people block for it. This is not. It's not a new concept. He's been probably playing football since he was 4. He's probably played video games. He's probably so again. Some guys are able to pick it up quick. Some guys aren't, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like they said. He's a willing blocker. It's just we're working on the technique.
Yeah,
and that's common for a lot of running backs that are not asked to be the pass blocker in college. Like they are willing to do it. They just have to work on the technique. They have to figure
Willie
out
Parker
what works
sucked
better.
at pass block.
Yeah.
Willie Parter was
Yeah.
no good
yeah.
at it, and nobody gave him a hard time because he could still run the ball super fast.
Yeah.
Like, Caleb Johnson will get there. You know what I mean? Maybe pass blocking is not his absolute best thing, but at some point, he's a talented guy. He's going to make some plays.
Yeah, no,
Kind of
not
a
many third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round picks are coming in as complete finished products. If they are, they had an off the field issue that forced them down into that draft range.
Shador Sanders.
RB says the Johnson stuff is just Tomlin and his rookie B. You know what he does? He treats rookies differently. And I agree. I think there's been times in the past where I thought people were certainly ready to do something, and he makes you sit out a year. And I thought Darnell Washington was handled that way. The guy's 7'10". Throw him the football. He's going to be able to catch it. Again, he's probably been playing his whole life. He's going to be able to turn upfield and make a gain. Again, why you don't utilize the rookies the way? Again, it's Tom, and it's what he does, and it's our team. So we're going to continue to move forward, guys. John says Johnson never had a pass block in college, yet another stupid draft pick. Jamal says big facts, Finch. Cody says the Caleb Johnson hype train is like when her right hand gets tired and she switches to the left, and you go limp. I'm guilty of the hype. John says Booger was on the handicap pull chair.
That's
right.
what he was. That shit was great. It was when I first saw it, I'm like, first of all, what did I drink and what drug did I take? Because I did not think that shit was real. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah. Let's try to get caught up here, guys. We have a bunch, and we do have to get to our picks. I'm going to jump right here. Jamal says, shit, Scotty Miller looks like the second fastest guy on our team, and he's white. That's what scares me. That's what scares me. I don't know.
He's like, oh God, who was the basketball player back in the day who was really good at passing and shit? They called him White Chocolate.
Williams.
Williams. Yeah. That's Scotty Miller. He's White Chocolate.
I hope. Again, we will see. We're starting to get a little light on this team. The linebacking core, the runner, the wide receivers. I don't know. When I'm trying to win football games, I want brothers on my team. It's just, come on.
Right?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No. I want to win the Stanley Cup. I want some pasty white guys from Canada.
Right. Exactly.
It's just.
It's just what
it is. What it is.
No,
I want to win the World Series. Give me a bunch of Dominicans. I want a good offensive line. Give me some borderline racist guys. That is just, things in sports just work out the way they do.
Jamal says James Harrison told his Cam to play or retire.
Shave my back, Cam, or you play.
And that's what we need. We need Harrison back in the locker room. Cody says that first pass he throws to Holmes was in the basket, the most perfect pass ever thrown, and just dropped. I know.
And a lot of QBs would not have went back to him after that. They would have said, F that guy.
They were told
I gave you the perfect, and you dropped it. Screw that. I'm going to Hines next.
And like Tone too. He knew when he dropped it. He was like that.
Oh
was
yeah,
my chance.
He knew. He thought his career was over after that.
Corey says, how the F that give him leverage? LOL, he's going to lose game checks for not playing, so he can break even by making more money that will make lost game checks. It's retarded. He's an idiot. Just because he gives in, he's budging. I think that if he wants what he wants and he wants it now, he has to be he has to be stubborn.
He wouldn't be gaining leverage. He would be not losing
leverage. Right.
Well, he already got his $13 million roster bonus, so he's good.
Right. He already has guaranteed money. So
Vegas says, didn't Cam say you want to play for the Steelers or you don't, Aaron? He sure did. Either you want to play or you don't, Cam. Funny how that plays out. Coasterholic says, I'm so over this Cam stuff. If he doesn't play week 1, I'm good with him moving. And I felt the same way. I felt the same way when I seen him walking around the practice field. When
waddling around.
When everybody was working and this all started, that's what I felt. I thought, you know what? We have Y.A. Black, who's going to be the future on that defensive line, and Harmon. So, you know what? At this point, Cam, don't screw yourself. That's all I could say. This is who he's hurting, is he's hurting himself ultimately, I think. Cody says Ben Scarano's nickname is Dirtbag or Trash Can. It's something like that. I don't know.
I think it is Dirtbag. I think I heard that. Yeah. I love it.
Vegas went on vacation to sit in the dark in a cave. Who's that? Aaron, maybe? John says Art's cash equals his choice to pay Cam more if he wants. Nothing else matters.
Mm-hmm.
Corey says Macaroni Caboli said he knew it too, but I don't think he knows where his nuts are located. But even because even if he says it, it doesn't mean it's going to be his thoughts. He's just, for whatever reason, he's just throwing out shit, Mike, and I don't understand what goes on over there. But keep up the good work, Corey. You're a soldier.
You're a brave man, brother.
Vegas says got to get Roman Farrow on the case. He will find out all the dirt. Cody says if Kenny Pickett was going to be an average quarterback, Matt Canada said, nope, I can fix this.
Hold my beer and watch this, fellas.
Cody also says, or if they think Warren is going to have a breakout year and they don't want to give him a big paycheck next year. And that's another interesting factor, guys. The running game. It's going to be the offense has its question marks. Richard, what's up, man? Always great seeing Richard on the board. Richard says Johnson will need time to develop. He'll get it. And again, I don't hope that I hope you guys are all right. I want all these things to play out, man, for sure. Mark Malone, Johnson will be fine. Trust me. Cordman Tommy, hey, great seeing you on the board. Hope you're ready for the NFL kicking off tonight, baby. Richard says Lamar is always cracked in big games. He is always cracked under the big pressure ever since his days at Louisville. He sure did. And you know what? The 8 straight games against the Steelers that the Ravens lost also speaks volumes, Finch. I do think that. Yes, they didn't all include him. I mean, a lot of the games, all of a sudden he was injured or he didn't participate in Steeler games, but it has certainly been a great deal of choking in Baltimore since he's been there. Mm-hmm. Tortilla says Ironhead Jr. should start a GoFundMe. Maybe that's what he'll do. Maybe being the good guy in Pittsburgh all these years, Mike, will get people to support him and jump on board and get him his money.
We can send our hard-earned cash,
right,
not only on Steeler merch and tickets that pay for him, but we can also pay him as well. Maybe that will make him happy.
And our mortgages and everything else that regular people have to work every day. They can't say, hey, I'm not going to work today. Maybe we'll help and we'll pay his bills too.
Unlimited PTO, baby. I ain't coming in.
We'll pay for his luxuries. RB says Pittsburgh, the only football fan base who believes pass blocking is more important than running skills. And finally, Tortilla says, tell Cam to pull money out of his 401k or some shit. I tell him to invest in the 2 dumb Yinzer stock. There you go. I love that. It's a great idea, Tortilla. And,
RB, we're Yinzer fans, man. We gotta find something to bitch about.
Oh, absolutely.
Shit, man, we ain't happy unless we bitching.
We could be that 17-0 Patriots team. Right? Believe me, we would be bitching.
We'd find something to bitch about.
Cordman Tommy says, hell yeah, I'm ready. But meat is still frozen, so got to order takeout. Nothing worse than frozen meat. You know what though? That's cool. I mean, opening day, you splurge a little bit and get yourself some takeout. That's cool, man. We all got to get back into rhythm. Vegas says if you're running back to camp pass block, you're not going to get on the field nearly as much as you would if you could. And finally, let me grab these last 2 guys, and we are going to jump on the picks for the week as the season kicks off in just a few hours here. Corey Beaver says Chris Mack made a comparison of Sellers to Big Ben, and Kabuli said some shit about quit comparing Sellers to Lamar. And Max says, I never did that. Are you high? Nope, just a food coma.
Hey, brother, food comas are nothing to joke about. Hell yeah, brother. The best of us.
I know. Yeah, you know what? It's just that's funny. It's funny. RB said my all white team pounded the all brother team in the PSU Altoona Intramurals Championship 52-6. They were way more athletic than us, but we still killed them off game plan and skate. Hey, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. I can't explain it, but it happens every once in a while.
We're slowly building a squad for Rashard Menden's all white team.
Oh, that's right. Or Rashard wants us.
I'm never letting that shit die because it's the funniest fucking thing to me. Because where does Puka Nakua play for?
Oh, that's the all Hawaiian team or the all Polynesian team, and I don't want to play the all Polynesian. That is the only team that I'm afraid of more than the all black team is the all Polynesian team.
Yeah, because they'll be all, hey brother, we're all happy.
Can you imagine playing 11 Troy Polamalu's?
No, I couldn't imagine.
No, hell no.
Taking one step and all of a sudden this is big.
I would rather storm the beaches at Normandy than play a football game versus 11 Troy Polamalu's.
It would look like just a big tumbleweed of hair coming at you, and it'd be play over.
Remember the movie Necessary Roughness of the big
course.
Polynesian guy?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that's a cool name. What's that mean? Runt of the litter. The other men in my family are very large. And that's like, okay, anyone here watch wrestling? Look at all the Samoans over there and Polynesians. They're all built like
mess with a
fucking
Polynesian.
No, hell no.
Corey says, I know my comedy is low hanging fruit, but right now I promised you're Corey. You're the man. You are the man. Guys, just a couple more things, and we're going to get into these picks because, again, the season does kick off in just a few hours. Mike, this one's one thing. A quote, Derpy, Mike, and Finch. I'll get your quick comment on this. TJ Watt says, the chase for all the individual stuff is behind me. I am only focused on winning a Super Bowl.
Shouldn't that be your main focus?
It only took you 10 years to get to this point. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Should that not be your main focus, is to win a championship, and then everything else is secondary and ancillary, and it comes along the way. I mean, do you think Terry Bradshaw was trying to win league MVP? No, he was trying to win a Super Bowl, and that one fell in his lap. Okay, you play for championships in
Are you
sports.
saying play for the team and the accolades will fall in your lap opposed to because the championship's not going to fall in your lap if you're
but everything else will if you're working towards a championship. I say this all the time. Look across the fucking street at the Penguins. They had some of the greatest talent ever. They always didn't win championships. They fucking tried every year. And even when they did win championships, they got those secondary awards. Why? Because they were playing at a high level year in and year out because they wanted to win a championship, and then that shit fell into their lap. You compete for a championship, then everything else falls in the lap. Do you think... I'm sorry.
Finch, TJ Watt, the chase for all the individual stuff behind me. Only focused on winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Mike's right. The individual stuff is nice, don't get me wrong. And there's only two big things left for him to do, right? Win the Super Bowl and make it to the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is going to happen no matter what happens the rest of his career. So he needs to focus on a Super Bowl. But Mike is right. Why wasn't that the focus, 8 years ago?
Finally, Derpy, is there a possibility this Pittsburgh Steelers team could win a Super Bowl while TJ Watt is still a part of it?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I was about to say, someone poke Derpy with the stick. Make sure he's still alive over there.
John says Jamaican bobsled team. All right. Yeah. Point taken. Aaron, what's up, brother? Always great seeing Aaron on the board. Aaron says, here we go, Steelers. That's right, baby. Aaron, you know what? It is now under 3 days. It is now under 3 days, guys.
In a week.
2 days, 23 hours, and 55 minutes in the Steelers season will be kicking off. Guys, it will be here before we know it. Vegas says you've never heard of any rapper diss the Booyah Tribe. And Corey says, are you saying that he gave up in the playoffs when he saw his stats and knew he wasn't getting the Defensive Player of the Year? The fucker. All right, guys.
What it sounds like.
And one more thing, guys, I just want to get you caught up on the moves that were made over the past day. Nothing major, but the Steelers did sign wide receiver Lance McCutcheon. Obviously, that space got cleared up when Robert Woods he walked away 2 days ago. They signed Lance McCutcheon, Mike, to the practice squad, and John Radigan, who is apparently we talked about him the other day coming over.
Yeah,
he's a special teams beast. So if he comes off the practice squad, chances are you'll see John Radigan on the kickoff teams, coverage teams, and finally they released Aiden Williams, Mike, who was on the practice squad, who just came over last week. We talked about Aiden Williams coming in at the offensive guard. They released him as well. And that is everything as far as the updates for the team and the roster. Guys, let's get into the picks. This is what Thursday before the games are all about right here on the show. Derpy knows better than anybody because he is, as it says on his screen right there below his name, two-time picks champion. Finch is in trying to ruin Derpy's three-peat attempt. Mike, he's just a bitter man, and he wants to win so everybody else loses. Guys, let me pull up the schedule for the week, and we're going to get into it because the season starts in just a few hours. Dallas, Philadelphia tonight, 8:20, guys. All right, so here we go. Let me pull up the schedule. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start from the youngest and go to the oldest. This is the way we're going to do it today. However we do it in the future, I don't know. But just to kick the season off, Derpy, I'm starting with you. Finch, it's going to come to you, and then Mike, finally to you. We're going to go through all the games. We're going to make our picks. Derpy, tonight, the Dallas Cowboys travel to Eastern Pennsylvania to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Derpy, it all starts right now. The first official pick of the season by the winner of last year, Derpy. Who do you got? Cowboys at Eagles.
I hate to say it, but give me the Eagles.
All right. Finchy, I'm coming to you.
Eagles.
You got the Eagles as well. Mike, finally.
I'm taking the Eagles, baby.
All right. So that's tonight, guys. Everybody on the panel wants the Eagles to win. Second game on the list is tomorrow night, out of the country. The Chiefs at the Chargers. Derpy, who do you like? Chiefs at Chargers, but not at Chargers. It's not in LA. Chargers are the home team, but it is out of the country. Derpy, who do you like? Chiefs, Chargers.
You know, the Chargers added a lot, but the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. So give me the Chiefs.
All right. Finchy, over to you. Finch, the Chiefs at the Chargers.
I also have the Chiefs.
Michael.
I am taking the Chargers.
Ooh,
Upset.
All right. That might be the difference, guys. Might be
that
the
might
difference.
be the difference.
Game 3, first game on Sunday, 1 o'clock. Miami at Indianapolis. Derpy. I'm sorry. Miami at Indianapolis. Who do you like in this one? An old AFC East matchup before the Colts got moved out of the division.
Both these teams suck. I'm sorry to say, but to your fan bases, but both these teams do suck. One's old, and then one still can't figure out their quarterback situation ever.
Who do you like?
Give me Miami.
All right, so Derpy's taking the Dolphins. They got a quarterback. Indianapolis don't. I would have to lean that way myself. Finch, over to you. Miami at Indianapolis. Who do you like?
I'm also taking the Dolphins. They have that fast offense. They started out real fast last year. I dislike the Dolphins a lot, but hey, they're playing in a dome this week. That's good for them, so they're going to win.
All right, Mike. Finally, Dolphins at the Colts.
Clean sweep here. I am taking the Dolphins at that Colts team, my God, just because of their quarterback situation is setting that franchise back years. Give me the Dolphins all day, every day.
All right. Just one comment caught my attention real quick. Tortilla says, "It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Troy Polamalu." You know what? I watched a Polynesian high school all-star game last year. Remember that, Mike? And it was one of the most unbelievable football games. I've never seen 22 guys trying so hard every single second of every play. It was amazing. I advise watching it sometime, everybody. Next game on the list, guys. Derpy, to you. Panthers at Jaguars. Two bad teams. Who do you like in this one?
Jeez, this game sucks too. Give me the Jaguars. They have a better team.
All right, Michael. Or I'm sorry, Finch. Carolina at Jacksonville.
I am taking Carolina on this one.
Ooh.
Right. Michael.
I am.
I'm going with the safe pick here. I'm taking the home team. I'm taking the Jags.
All right. Guys, next game, the Arizona Cardinals at the – boy, there's a lot of bad games this week.
Yeah, I know.
but they're good for each other, though. You know what I mean? Like
they're going to be matchups worth watching. These might be entertaining football games. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Derpy, Cardinals at Saints.
Give me the Cardinals. Give me the Marvin Harrison Jr.
Finchy, Cardinals at Saints.
I also like the Cardinals. I also think they probably going to steamroll them, to be honest with you.
Vanilla.
Give me the Cardinals. My God, that Saints quarterback room has to be the worst in the NFL.
All right. Back to you, Derpy. The Giants at Commanders, another NFC East game to kick off the season. Tonight, the Eagles and Cowboys. But on Sunday, the Giants and Commanders. Commanders coming off an NFC Championship appearance. The Giants slowly building their team back up with former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson. I'm sorry. Derby.
Hashtag pay Russell.
Giants at Commanders.
The Giants added a lot, but the Commanders that have their quarterback, they have their guy.
All right, going with Washington.
Yeah.
Finch, same question. The Giants at Washington.
I have to go with the Commanders by principle because anybody who watches the Three Gooner show knows that Tim Harris absolutely
You
hates
have to.
Jaden Daniels.
You have to
So
go. with
I have to pick Washington
Yeah.
every game this season.
All
Yeah,
right.
I have to.
Mike.
This is a tough one. I love on paper the Giants, what they did on their front four on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Commanders had a lot of luck last year.
But they were still a good team. They weren't.
They have their
fluke.
guy.
They're good. They're a good team.
Give me the Commanders. Playing it safe.
They have
I
their
don't,
guy, Mike. They
I
have
don't.
him.
I don't see how you can't go with Washington in this one, guys.
I think it's gonna be close.
The NFC runner-up versus a 4 and 13.
I know.
Right.
Come
It's
on,
a new
guys.
season, boys. It's
Come on, guys.
The NFC South. Derpy. Buccaneers at Falcons. Buccaneers at Falcons.
See, this is one of the good games of the week. But the Falcons are the Falcons, so give me
Well,
the
with the
Bucs.
exception of Atlanta being not good, it's I think.
Right. I mean, they have talent. It's just the coaching.
Who do you like?
Give me the Bucks.
All right. Finch, same over to you. Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
I'm taking the Falcons, man.
All right.
They have talent. It's just
I
the
like
coaching.
Atlanta today. Give them the home. They got the home field advantage. You know what? Give me the Falcons.
Dirty Birds, baby. Mike, who do you like in this game? Atlanta hosting Tampa Bay.
And give me Tampa Bay.
All right.
Baker Mayfield versus
All
Michael
right.
Penix Jr. Yeah, give me Baker.
All right. Speaking of not good, let's talk about this Ohio game for a minute. The Bengals, the Bengals at the Browns. Derpy. I'm curious to see how you guys pick this way. Derpy, Bengals at Browns.
I want to pick the Bengals because
Mind
their
you, Derpy's
offense-
mom is a Browns fan.
and I don't want to pick the Browns because my mom's a Browns fan.
Maybe pick a tie. You want to pick a tie?
No. But the Bengals defense is terrible.
And their offensive
Brown-
line
and
is shit. People go on and on about this offense.
And their
and how they
O-line
can
was
score.
terrible,
The
too.
O-line's terrible. Who do you like, Derpy? Bengals at Browns.
I like the Browns because I believe they swept them last year.
All right, Finch, I'm going to come to you. Bengals at Browns. Bengals at Browns.
You guys are really picking the Browns to win on opening
I know. I'm
day.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Yinzer Nation.
I'm
Apologize
sorry,
to the
Yinzer
ghost of
Nation.
Myron Cope. He's rolling around on his cloud bed right now.
I'm sorry.
He probably pissed all over you last night. That wasn't rain. That was Myron's piss after that shit you said yesterday. Cincinnati's going to fucking kill him, dude. It ain't
right.
even close.
Their
It's going to be a
defense is
20-point
terrible.
game.
Michael.
Cincinnati's way better than Cleveland.
Their defense is terrible.
It doesn't matter.
Finch.
Who's gonna throw the ball against Cincinnati?
Cordman Tommy says Derpy pick Cleveland.
Yeah, I did.
Mike,
Unfortunately.
Cincinnati at Cleveland. Cincinnati at Cleveland.
Cincinnati, they may not have an offensive line, but they may not
But they
have
do
a
have a
defense.
professional football team.
But they have a professional football team. You got two shitty owners, two shitty organizations, but you have Joe Burrow, Jamar
One's in
Chase,
Kentucky.
T. Higgins. You got a pretty good running back there. Give me the Bengals.
All right. Derpy, next game is the Raiders at the Patriots. If you go back to 2001, Derpy, you would have just been a little guy
No, I
back in
witnessed
2001. What?
it. I witnessed it.
Back in 2001 was the Tuck Rule game in the
Yep, I
snow.
remember it. It was some bull crap.
New England, the Raiders. Derpy, who do you like in this one?
It
Raiders
was the
at
start of
New
the
England.
dynasty. I mean, give me the Patriots because it's tough in Foxborough.
Finch.
The Patriots are so bad.
So are the Raiders.
Give me the Raiders.
Oh, the newly coached by Pete Carroll. Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders.
Pete Carroll's
Michael.
terrible too.
Hard to bet against Pete Carroll. He has had very good success in that.
Mike. Las Vegas at New England.
I am taking New England. It's at home.
Ooh.
The
It's
Raiders
Foxborough.
have a lot of new pieces in play.
Mike Vrabel.
I'm not
All
a big
right.
football guy,
I
but
do like Mike Vrabel.
I'm
Going
not.
back over to the Derpy, going back to the NFC West. Derpy, San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this is who the Steelers will be playing next week. The Seahawks in our home opener. So I'll certainly be paying attention to this one over the weekend. Derpy, who do you like in this game? The 49ers or the Seahawks?
See, this game right here is with a bunch of questions for both sides. 49ers defense is terrible. They lost a lot. I mean, a lot. And you have the question for the Seahawks is the new pieces they added on offense. But I like the Seahawks at home.
Derby picks the Seahawks, but his smoke detector picks the 49ers. Finchy, over to you. San Francisco at Seattle.
I think this will be one of the better matchups of the week. I like San Fran in this game, but
All right.
I think it could go either way. But I do like the Niners.
All right, Mike. Over to you. San Francisco at Seattle.
Hold on, let me pull my picks up because I haven't made in. I have the Seattle Seahawks.
All right,
There
so
you go.
everybody. Okay, so you're going Seattle. All right, good on that one. Next game,
I
we're
have
going to
so
go.
many opportunities to just go way ahead this week on you guys.
Yeah, you do. It's going to be interesting, guys. First week, it could be crazy here with the picks. Derpy, Tennessee at Denver. Tennessee at Denver. Bo Nix certainly made Denver look like a competitive team last year. Where are you at here, Derpy? Titans at Broncos.
This game is gonna suck. It's gonna be one-sided all day. Give me the Denver.
All right, Finch.
Yeah, I agree. I think right now this Broncos team, the window is opening for them right now, and it's up to them to just go through it. And the way you walk through that window is that you beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. I like the Broncos this week.
Mike.
I'm taking the Broncos. They're going to curb stomp Tennessee.
All right. Next on the list, guys, is an NFC North game. It should in theory be a good game. The Lions at the Packers, Derpy. The Lions at the Packers.
Give me the Green Bay Packers at home.
Oh, interesting, Mike.
I think they had a one-year wonder last year.
Interesting take. Finch, over to you. Green Bay hosting the Lions.
There is nothing better than a opening day,
At Lambeau Field.
Yeah, like not just Lambeau Field, but just that big, gritty divisional matchup when you have two teams that are actually pretty darn good. So I'm expecting some fireworks. However, dude, it's at Lambeau. That Micah Parsons trade, the absolute blockbuster, that stadium is going to be absolutely electric. He gets one sack, it's going to blow the freaking walls off the place. I like Green Bay to win the game. I think that the energy is going to push him over. And Detroit's great, and I think they're going to be great. But I think Green Bay has the X factor, and it's going to be an exciting game to watch. I think.
Mike, Detroit at Green Bay.
I have Green Bay.
All right.
I got to step away for a second, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I'm the only one that's taken Detroit apparently in this one, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick.
I agree. I think either one of these teams are fine.
Yeah.
Would be.
I like that home field advantage. Game. After what happened last week with Parsons, the team is just going to be ready, dude. They're going to be so ready.
Yeah. All right, guys, just a couple more games. Good football. We're going to be completed with our first week's picks in just a moment here, guys. Couple more, 4 more games to pick. Derpy, the Texans at the Rams. The Texans at the Rams.
This is a game that could go either way too.
I think Matthew Stafford's back issues makes this an interesting game. Otherwise, I think that I think LA wins this game pretty handedly. But Derpy, Texans at the Rams.
I want to choose the Texans because my guy, CJ. But I might have to go with the Rams. That offense is still legit.
All right, Finch.
Yeah, this is one of those games where you look at it on the sheet and you're like, I don't really care. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Right.
But I do like Matt Stafford. I've always been a fan of him.
Yeah.
I like him. So you know what? And the Rams have the home field. So let's go Rams.
Right.
All right. I'll come back to Mike. Let's just go to the next game. The Sunday night game, one of the more, I think, interesting games of the week for anybody, especially us. Guys, we do play Buffalo in the future here this season. We do get the Ravens twice, of course, in the division. Derpy, coming back to you, the Ravens at the Bills. Who do you think wins this football game?
You know, I hate the crab birds. I hate them. I hate them so much. I'm not gonna choose them. Give me the Bills
All right.
because Lamar's gonna do his thing, but the Bills at home are always legit.
Finch, Buffalo hosting Baltimore.
I think this is going to be quite possibly the strongest matchup of the week.
Yes.
I like Buffalo to win. I'm giving them the home field. It's hard to go against Jared Allen, but once again, Baltimore is they're a very solid team. It hurts.
Some
to
people
say
are
it.
saying that this is a preview of the AFC
I
Championship,
mean,
guys.
you
No.
can't argue that. You can't argue it. It's possible.
You know.
I mean, these are two of the premier teams of the AFC. I mean, Baltimore and Buffalo proved last year they're both very good. So,
All right, we got two games left. Let me go back to Mike real quick.
Yeah.
Mike, let's get your picks on Texans at the Rams.
I am taking the Texans on the road. I'm worried about Matthew Stafford. He has this mysterious back injury.
yes,
We discussed all that, and both of the gentlemen took the Rams despite that. So,
Yep.
That's
So-
fair. It's fair. Texans
right.
O-line sucks.
and Mike, also the other game that we just hit was the Ravens at the Bills. Who wins this football game Sunday night?
I am taking the Ravens. Mark Andrews is going to exercise some demons and catch a touchdown pass this game.
He's due. He owes Baltimore a big
Mhm.
play, a big touchdown, a big win. Guys, Monday night, the Vikings at the Bears. Derpy.
Finch is gonna hate me for this.
Oh, don't do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it.
Their quarterback's terrible. Minnesota's quarterback is terrible. Give me the Bears.
How's
Unfortunately,
he terrible? He hasn't played a down yet.
that's exactly. He looked terrible in practice.
Because he went to Michigan and Derpy hated him.
Oh,
Nailed it.
that's it.
It's that,
I'm
it's
not
that
going-
yellow
I'm
M. That's what did it.
I'm not going with it.
right.
Give me-
Hey.
give
I
me
mean,
the
because the
Bears.
team did have the best record in the NFL damn near last year, and
And then they choked.
and the quarterback that they had certainly wasn't an All Pro. You know, they sent the guy to Seattle this year. They didn't think that he was worth paying, and so again, interesting. Finch, over to you in the same question: the Vikings at the Bears Monday night, wrapping up Week 1.
The Vikings.
All right, and
I think
finally,
it's funny
Mike.
everyone thinks that Jefferson even is a top 3 receiver in the league.
But they got a
But
lot
he
going
is.
on.
He is a top.
He chokes. His team
Yeah.
chokes.
His team
Look at
choked.
the
Justin
playoffs.
Jefferson did not. So how's that affect him? He's
Well, they have a really
Jamar
strong
Chase is 1A,
defense.
1B.
They have a really strong defense. That's something that nobody's mentioning. Also, Jordan Addison, nobody's mentioning. And also, this team won 15 games last year.
Exactly, dude.
So
They choked
those-
in their 18th game of the season, not the
yeah.
first game of
You
the
know
season.
what? You know what? Just because of Derpy's attitude, I've changed my picks in the pick'em. I am taking the Minnesota Vikings. He's
Ah,
got me
that's my
into it,
guy
Derpy.
right there. Yes,
Okay.
that's what I want to see.
See, this is what Derpy does, though. He makes us second guess our picks, and then this is how he
Derpy's
wins.
all about the mind games. You have
Hey,
to
I
watch
picked
this
my
guy.
picks before we even went on air. Derpy ain't making me second guess anything.
Guys, last game, of course. Now we're going to do our tiebreaker off of this particular game. So think about what your score is going to be. This is a 1:00 game on Sunday. This game is between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium, 1:00 on Sunday afternoon. Derpy, give me your pick and then give me your score, and that's going to determine the tiebreaker. Just as always on the show, Derpy, what do you think?
Give me your Pittsburgh Steelers 20-10.
All right, total of 30 points. Fincher, same team, same picks. Steelers at Jets. Who do you like, and what's the score?
I like the Steelers 24-17.
Okay.
24-17. All right, for 41 points. And Michael, Steelers at the Jets.
My score is 24-18.
Oh, you did the old Price is Right thing. You went $1 over on me.
The New York Jets.
You're taking the Jets?
What?
Are you serious?
He's
Okay.
doing the reverse psychology.
Ah.
So the Steelers win.
I have a feeling that I'm going to have a bad feeling Sunday before the game. So
Boo! All right, there you go,
boo this
guys.
man.
Boo this
You ever
Boo
man.
this man.
You ever suck dick for marijuana? Boo this man.
Man.
Well, Just to clear it up, that was a line from a movie. Mike doesn't really do this. I hope. I hope he's not.
I don't judge here, brother, but I do not.
You know, speaking of that movie, Half Baked. Of course, Danny Tanner, the dad from Full House, was that line.
Offset.
Does anybody else see a resemblance between the Mexican kid that hung out with them, with Dave Chappelle and them, Jim Brewer, and Roman Wilson? Doesn't Roman Wilson kind of
look a little like Yammer Diaz? Is what you're
yeah,
saying?
doesn't he look like him a little bit?
I can see Roman
Let me
Wilson
look at a picture here.
looking at the wide receiver room. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool.
Why you make me feel inferior? Because I'm the number 3.
Just turn around and tell me the
So, guys,
order.
the picks are in. Everything is in. Mike, I'm not going to touch this again till Tuesday morning. Of course, we have to see what happens with the Monday Night Football game. So the first game of the first week of the year is settled, guys. Also, go to the board or go to the pick'em. I'm seeing along the way, Mike. I'm going to try to grab some messages here before we do wrap it up. I do know that some people did say that they had just put their picks in. Let's grab a couple. Let's grab a couple messages, Mike. I don't want to leave anybody out today. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says Skeen's trying to go over 500 on the season today versus the Dodgers. You know what? They're about to sweep the Dodgers. Again, the Pirates are the only team that tend to do this for some reason. Dodgers are good. Pirates sweep them every year, at least in one of the series. John says the Steelers will draft a quarterback next year with luck. He could be a Super Bowl ready in his second year. That means 2027 at best. They have to hit on the draft pick and develop him first. And Corey just put his picks in. He did say that, Mike. So Corey is set for the picks. Coasterholics says, nice, can never go wrong with some rum.
Mm-hmm.
Or Mike, what's your other one? Mike even has a shirt. What is it? Can't go wrong with malt liquor or something, which has
10% malt liquor
liquor.
always wins. 10% malt liquor always wins.
there you
It's
go.
going to come back and bite you in the ass.
Corey says, I took Philly, LA, Indy in an upset, Carolina, Arizona, Seattle, Cincy, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, obviously, Washington, Denver, Las Vegas, Detroit, the Rams, and Minnesota, and the Buccaneers. Tortilla says we were begging for bad games mid-off season. Yeah, you're right. We were. Cody says, when you guys gonna draft fantasy?
It happened last night at 8 o'clock.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Corey says that game is so Ohio.
Yes.
That Browns
Yes.
game, Bengals game is so Ohio, is what Corey's saying, and I couldn't agree more. Then Cordman talking about Derpy picking Cleveland. Might have been the only person in the face of the planet that picked Cleveland, but there you go, Derpy. Kenneth, what's up, brother? Always great seeing Kenneth on the board, my man. Nice seeing you, sir. Hope you're ready. Season kicks off tonight. Tortilla, the Browns and the Bengals will somehow both lose. If anybody,
We'll find a way.
it could be this Ohio game when it would happen.
Be a
Absolutely.
0-0 tie.
Cody says, yeah, but Baltimore can't beat KC. Tortilla says Vikings lose on a missed field goal. Wouldn't be the first time for that, would it, Mike?
Would not, Gary Anderson.
Gary.
Tortilla says, what's Mike Tomlin's record against first-year head coaches? I know he has a good record versus rookies. It's a good question.
The last I saw to answer that, the last 3 rookie head coaches he's 0-3 against.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And you know what? The whole situation up there with the Jets, it's because of our quarterback. He basically got the head coach fired.
Yeah.
You know, so if anybody knows the Jets inside and out at this point, it would be our quarterback. You have to like that advantage. And Cody says 24-10 Steelers defense gets 1 touchdown. And Tortilla says, I think yesterday was the last day to start most fantasy football leagues. I'm not sure. Nobody really wins in Ohio, Ryan. Nobody really wins, Corey says, and I couldn't agree with you more.
Corey just made the enemy list because I'm from Ohio.
Well, I don't think anybody agrees with him. So that
Point
list just got
taken.
very long.
Boom.
That list just got.
Boom.
He's on the
just-
enemy list.
It's just like rolled it out, like whenever people have one of them scrolls and they hold it and it just drops and keeps going. That's what just happened. Cody says Justin Fields strip sack touchdown or botched quarterback center exchange. So guys, we're all set. We have the picks. Mike, I am going to get on the pick'em that you do have posted.
Yes.
I'm going to make my picks today as well. So guys, get over to that as well. And again, we will continue to work on that and let that evolve. And again, maybe we'll start giving away things on the winners and stuff. So do jump on there, make your picks. I think you have all the way up till the time the game starts. If I read it right, and again, it was pretty quick. So get over, place them picks. One other thing, Mike, I do want to say is this: as he was right, the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to sweep or try to sweep the LA Dodgers today as they come into this game, Mike, winning 10 of their last 13 games. That's right. The Pirates won 10 of their last 13 games. They've been 51-51 since DK took over, Mike. Since July 1st, the Pirates have been 27-27. The Dodgers have been 25-29. The Pirates have 17 shutouts pitched this year. That is 3 more than any other team in the league. The Pirates are in last place. They have 3 shutouts pitched. That's league leading. Mike, their home record is 41-30, which is better than a lot of teams that have winning records. But our away record is what kills us. On the road, we are only 22-47. The Pirates and the Dodgers go at it today. The Pirates try to sweep them. The Buccos are up 2-0. Game 3 of 3 today is at 6:40. And yes, it is a Paul Skeens day, guys. So there is a chance that the Pirates could sweep these Dodgers here at home, Mike. And one more thing I do want to say, that the Dodgers have a $349 million payroll, where the Pittsburgh Pirates have an $83 million payroll. So let's go Buccos. Always great to beat these big teams with our any of our Pittsburgh teams. So we'll take it. Let's go Bucks. Let's go Skeens. Pirates 63-77. They got to go 18-4 if they're going to go 500 for the rest of the season, which nobody's expecting this. But again, they won 10 of their last 13. They could. Who knows? I'm not going to put any money on it, but I'm just saying they're very weird. It's a very peculiar, schizophrenic type team, the way they win and lose. Mike, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about the website?
The 2yinzers.com. Check it out, everyone. We got all of our links over there. We got the Dumb Thoughts, brother, be kicking off into high gear once football season starts. And we got the merch store. Remember, it's I lost it. It's not always about your money, bro. God damn.
All right. One other thing I do as I'm going through this, guys, and we're going to get ready to do the trivia. We're going to wrap up the show with our death poll picks, guys. I did mention the death poll, so I don't want to lose. I don't want the crew to leave today without having our death picks, guys, because we missed on the Pope. We missed on Aussie. I don't want to miss again. I have my pick in mind. So think that over, guys. Let's do some trivia first. This is the Jets trivia, guys. How well do you know your enemy? How well do you know your opponent? This is the question of the day. Mike, Finch, Derpy, put your thinking caps on. Everybody on the board, everybody at home, here we go.
No cheating, Derpy.
What is the most amount of wins the Jets ever had in a single season? Regular season, not playoffs included. What's the most wins the Jets ever had in a regular season? Take a minute to think that over. We're live 5 days a week, right here, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, right here on the Tube.
On the Tube.
The Tube. Mike, I'm going to start with you on this. You know what, Derpy? I'm going to start with you. Derpy, what's the most amount of wins that the Jets ever had in a single season?
Give me
Tortilla's on the board saying 12.
12, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you're going to go with? If Tortilla said 10, would you have said 10?
He would have.
No.
100%.
What brought you to 12?
Tortilla's
one specific season.
Okay. Finch, I'm going to come over to you. What's the
I'm going to
most
say
wins?
13.
You going to go 13?
I'm going 13. I don't
That's your
think
final
they've
answer?
won more than that. Yeah, I'm going with it.
Mike, and then finally to you. Derpy says 12. Finch says 13. Tortilla on the board says 12. Mike, what is the most games the Jets have ever won in a single season?
I'm going to go 14, brother.
14 is all right.
Well,
14.
okay, Vanilla Thunder.
You want that? Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer. Derpy, shut up over there, brother.
All right. Corey's saying he thinks it was 12 back in 2010, 2011. So we have 3 different answers, 12, 13, and 14 on the panel. A couple different answers on the board, guys. Here we go. Question of the day. What's the most wins the Jets ever had in a single season? The answer, guys, was back in 1998. They did have 12. 12 wins is the most they've ever had in a season.
Was that the year they had Jumbo Elliott? That play, I think, was that year, was it?
You know what? I don't remember the Jets in the late 90s. I don't remember
Wayne
what they were
Corbett,
doing.
Jumbo Elliott.
Wayne Corbett sounds right.
Chad Pennington might have been the QB.
I don't recall. Back in the late 90s, there was a bunch of different things going on with Denver repeating and the greatest show on turf and Atlanta, the Dirty Birds. I just don't remember the Jets from that era. You know what I mean? But they're telling me it was 12 wins, 1998, guys. Great job on that. Great job on the board. Let's see. Derpy's thinking cap has a low battery as well.
Dang.
But he did. He nailed it. Derpy did get it right. Google and Tortilla says Google brought Derpy to 12.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
They did too.
Thanks, sir.
We can't see him. I have to have my hands here on trivia now because everyone calls me out.
We got to figure something out for Derpy. We'll
I hear the tap.
We just won't include him anymore.
Wow.
Oh, Finch.
Well,
Just don't let him answer. Just don't let him answer.
Here's a question with the tapping. Why have we had computers for like 50 years and they still have the annoying key tapping sound?
I love the key tap.
See, do you?
I specifically bought a keyboard that has nice taps because I love it.
Myron.
How do I get rid of that?
Cody said he's changing his answer now to 10. All right, is that your final answer, Cody? But I was thinking that the other day. I'm sitting somewhere and I could hear. You know what it was? It was somebody at their business. They were working. They were on the computer, and I was like, I thought, the computer's been around for forever now, and it seems at some point, do they make them that doesn't do the tapping sound? I mean,
very soft gel keys and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like a little bit of sound so that way I know my keystroke went through, but some of these ones are clickety clack 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 clack. I'm like,
well, a lot of it too is like the higher end keyboards. They have like little springs in them that help it come back, so you get a lot of reaction. You can type better, and that's where a lot of the clack is coming.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're a person that types a lot and you want easier typing, you're gonna have to deal with the clack. It's just how it is.
Also, a majority of the country will be watching the Steelers, guys. I don't know if you guys seen that coverage map, but a lot of regional for a lot of the games, and then the Steelers-Jets game is going to be most of the country. So a lot of people are going to be able to watch our Steelers this weekend, guys. Real quick, let me get some of these death poll picks. Mike, I'm starting with you. Who is your pick for the new death poll? I'm sorry.
Clint Eastwood.
Are you going back to Clint? Okay.
Reliable.
All right, Finch, it's over to you. Who is your new pick on the death poll?
I always feel bad when I do these death polls because I feel like I pick people that I really, really like. And the one that's been kind of getting me lately, because the new Spaceballs movie came out. So Mel Brooks, I've been seeing him a lot, and he's doing interviews, and he's really starting to look and sound very old. He's 99. Okay. So, I hate to say it, and I love the guy and his work, but Mel Brooks is my pick. All
right. Tortilla saying Arnold Schwarzenegger on the board. And Derpy, finally to you. Who is your death poll pick? I have Clint Eastwood. I have Mel Gibson.
Mel Brooks.
I'm sorry, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. No, not Mel Gibson.
I have two. Can I say two?
Well, you got to say
you pick one.
I got
do you notice everybody else is picking one?
Derpy, do you not know how anything works?
Right?
I got two.
Derpy, just
one.
Just give us the one that you think is more likely to die next.
They're in their late 80s, though.
The name, Derpy. The name.
I hate to say it. Morgan Freeman.
All right. Well, Morgan Freeman's not a bad pick.
Now, who was your other guy?
Who was the other pick?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, John with a good one. Bruce Willis.
I might have.
I thought about Bruce, because I watched that thing about him recently. His mind is completely gone. Yeah, shame.
Corey getting political.
I like.
Hey man, I mean that's a big rumor right now. That's one that I thought of too.
See, I didn't say it because Secret Service. I don't need to deal with that.
Yeah, right.
Well, the other guy was literally dead for 4 years, and this guy's actually. Anyway, that's politics.
And technically, Bruce Willis was already dead in that one movie. Remember, you saw him.
Bruce Willis, Sixth Sense.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sorry, spoilers, guys. 30 years later. Sorry for the spoiler.
My pick is going to be this, guys. I'm going to take Vicki Lawrence, Mama.
From Wasn't she just on the show yesterday?
She was just on my work, yes, on the radio, and I'm picking her. I just think it's kind of unlikely, but she's an older woman and now, and it would be kind of a surprise to everybody, where everybody else is looking at the Bruce Willises, the Michael J. Fox, Mel Brooks, guys like this. I'm going to go Vicki Lawrence. Vicki
So you
Lawrence,
didn't pick up anything from the conversation?
I
that
didn't
she
even
let-
listen to the.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I didn't.
I
Even
listened
hear
to a
it.
little bit of it online. I just wasn't sure maybe if you. I know you're a
No.
huge fan of Mama, so I thought of you when I saw
love
that on
Mama.
Facebook. I was like, man, I hope Ryan had a chance to say hello to her because
I haven't. I was not.
I
no,
got into that
didn't.
show because you
Yeah.
got me into it back in the day.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on, classic,
Hilarious.
hilarious.
We still watch it. My wife and I love it.
Ada Merle Pfefferman. I don't know if you remember the April Fool's episode. It was one of my favorite episodes of Mama's Family. If you know the show, you know what I'm talking about. Let me grab just a couple more here on the board. Jamal is saying Val Kilmer.
He already died.
He died.
Did he? Oh yeah, I guess Val Kilmer
He
did
died
die.
earlier in the year, I think.
Yeah,
it was.
him and Jimmy Carter, Ozzy, these guys all died pretty recently.
Cody says Bruce Willis as well. Corey says, I just think Trump looks sickly lately. Had nothing to do with how I feel. Cody says my cell phone keyboard makes the sound.
I know, right? Sometimes you have to turn that off.
I
It
gotta,
makes that
you gotta
keyboard
mute
click.
that shit. Yeah.
So guys,
yeah, right. Yeah.
we are etched in stone. We have our picks set. We are all ready. We have our death pool picks in, guys. The next step along the way, the next natural step is kicking off tonight, 8:20, Dallas Cowboys at Philadelphia Eagles, guys. Then back tomorrow with some more football. It's going to be the Chargers and the Chiefs out of the country. A lot of college football Saturday, all the rest of the games Sunday, except for the exception of Minnesota and Chicago, which is Monday night. So, guys, we are kicking off. Next time we are going to see everybody, the season will be well underway tomorrow, as we'll be back at our regular time to talk about tonight's game and a lot more heading into the weekend and really get into, Mike, the Steelers-Jets matchup and get into our over-unders, all that kind of stuff tomorrow heading into the weekend. It's finally here, guys. This is what we waited for all year. I hope everybody enjoys themselves in watching these teams tonight. Again, I don't like these teams. I even care for either of these teams. But again, NFL football on my TV tonight is a big win for me. I also do want to say this. If you haven't had a chance yet, go swing by any of our social media pages. We are on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and even on TikTok. Swing by and hit the follow button, and you can keep up with what the two dumb yinzers are up to on an everyday basis. And if you haven't had a chance yet, below, hit the like, sub, and share button. It helps us out greatly, and we appreciate it immensely. Thank you so much, guys. I also do want to say this. Thank you so much to everybody on the board. You guys always keep things interesting here on the show. We love you guys, and we are ready to head into this season with you. And our team is ready. I can tell you that, guys. Everybody also at home and watching at home. Maybe if you're in the car, maybe you're in the gym, maybe you have your earbuds in, maybe you're just watching on your TV. Thank you to everybody, guys. Again, the NFL season kicks off tonight. I see on the board that Cody's taking Nicky Six. Nicky Six is not a bad pick. He's getting up there, and you know what? His body, went through quite a lot over the years as a rocker. So you know what? That's not a bad pick either, Cody. Good pick. Mike, anything before we wrap it up for the day?
I hope all my picks hit, even the death pool one, because I got to win something, brother.
Finch.
No Three Gooners tomorrow night. I will not be able to make this show tomorrow either. However, we should be back next Friday. Also, I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. We have been discussing the possibility of a Sunday show this week after the Steelers game. I think I'm going to go ahead and host a show right here on the Yinzers Network, not exactly post-game, but probably a little later in the evening, probably sometime between 7 and 8 after most of the games have wrapped up. And we're going to chat more about the goings-on of the day in the NFL. More of a wrap-up show, a little bit of Steelers chat, but we're going to save the heavy Steelers chat for Monday for this show. So I do plan to be here ready. You guys are all welcome to join. And everybody on the board, please stop in even for a little bit. And if you have some of those immediate reactions that you just feel like you have to get out, whether it's good or bad, that might be the place to do it.
All right, we'll detail it. Keep everybody up on the details tomorrow as we get ready to head out for the weekend. Derpy, what about you, man?
My reunions this week. My 10-year reunions this week.
Oh, wow.
There you go, brother.
You going?
Yeah, I'm going. I already paid the fee, and we're just going to a local bar. So
they're gonna make Derpy sit in the bathroom the whole night.
They're gonna. It sounds like they're going to a bar. They're getting Derpy drunk. I'm
They're
coming.
like, why did that guy? Who invited that?
Yeah,
guy?
pretty much. They one of my classmates tried to get me go to a bar hop thing, but I'm not gonna do it.
All right. Well, you.
But the other thing is Ryan Clark might be fired from his job. He just said one of the most idiotic things I've ever seen.
What did he say?
Yeah.
He said that
He said two things actually.
He said two things actually. Yeah. He said that Tom Brady. He doesn't think Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning were generational talents.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
In what context? Coming out of college?
No, just in
college?
general. Football, just
I'm
NFL.
not gonna lie, he's probably got CTE going on over
Well,
there.
yeah, he gave it to
100%.
everyone.
I know.
He gave it to himself.
So he's
All right.
probably going to get fired.
He's not going to get fired. Pete, no, that's getting
Dude, it's getting clicks. They love it.
Love
They
that
love
shit.
it. It's
You're
called
right.
They
rage
love that
bait.
shit.
It's
You're
rage
right.
bait, dude.
You're
Rage
right.
bait.
You're right. You're right.
So there you go, guys. We are all set, Mike. Everything is all etched in stone, and won't be pulling this list out of the vault until Tuesday morning. So great job. Good luck to everybody. Corey says 10-year reunion. Aren't you 10?
No,
He is not. He is almost 30 years old. Believe it or not, he is. He's
I'm
A ver-
29 next month. Well, this month.
29.
29 this month.
Derpy's
He,
almost.
he doesn't even know what his birthday is.
Well, it could be two. It could be two different ages, Mike.
So you never know with Derpy. He always has two.
He always has
Two of everything.
Just kidding. All fun, Derpy. Corey says, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope to see everybody back tomorrow as we get ready to head into the Steelers opener weekend. Hope to see everybody back then. I don't think I may be forgetting something. I apologize if I do. But guys, we are going to take off. Again, thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow. For Derpy, thank you for being by, my friend. For Finch, thank you for being by as well. Mike in the Steeler Central Mobile Studio, myself, the two dumb yinzers. Everybody have a great Thursday. Enjoy your game tonight, guys. The NFL kicks off tonight at 8:20. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about that and much, much more. Everybody have a great night. Enjoy the kickoff.